gents, this is the moment you waited for. Welcome to another episode of the Council of Six, a weekly in Dungeons & Dragons campaign fraught with all the drama and peril that will take your breath and steal your mind. My name is G.A. Langaro, your DM for the night, and on this campaign we'll be using Tyranny of Dragons, which tells an epic story across 2 adventures. Our players have successfully thwarted the Dragon Cult's plans and hoarded the Dragon Queen, and now prepare themselves for the next chapter, the Rise of TIamat. During the stream, we won't be responding to your comments while we are in play, as to remain immersed in the story, but please still engage and comment as we go along. At certain points, we may try to go through the comments and interact with you all, because at the end of the day, we are presenting this for your enjoyment. But without any further ado, are you ready to leave all that's real behind? Because there's something breaking at the brick of every wall that's holding all that you know. So tell me, do you want to go to the Council of Six? Yeah, we're live.
No.
We're live. Right on time.
I'm sorry. I'm currently traumatized. Thanks, Lunga.
You're welcome.
We're here, guys.
Welcome.
I was innocent. I was
The
just
fuck
enjoying
you're
my...
innocent.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I just realized I gotta change the little carousel. You guys are level 9 now. I forgot I gotta change that.
Oh,
It's still
hey.
level 8 on there.
Make sure you get my real stats, not the ones that don't have the amulet of
You
health.
mean not your fake stats, the ones that you like? Yeah. Somehow
See,
the ones that you like, that you rigged somehow.
Yeah.
It's completely true that Steve is not all natural.
I should hope those wings aren't natural.
Tiny's
Don't think so.
natural.
Magical.
We're here, guys. We're here.
We're here.
Yep, we are indeed.
So for another week
Hi, Cat.
of Rise of TIamat, Christopher Silva says you're opening precious. Thank you, Christopher.
I think it could be louder.
We have an opening?
It could be get louder, but you guys mute it. You guys don't want to hear it, so it's it's like,
Well,
I mean, I would have been louder if my mouth wasn't full.
That's what she said.
Christ, don't throw this.
I am still recovering from chest congestion because my stepson has been sick for like a week and a half, and
I'm not
I've
sick.
just been
I call bullshit.
like I'm not even sick. I just
that's not how
it's
disease works, Murray.
it's just chest congestion.
That's not how it works.
Dude, I would have gotten sick first, but no. It skipped me one time.
Not necessarily. That's not how disease works.
Yeah, no.
Don't argue with
And
me.
but how it does work in our house is he gets sick, she gets sick, I'm fine. This time it decided to get me. My immune
It
system is
jumped
stronger
over
than
me
anyone
and
in
went
this
to
house,
him.
but for some reason it didn't. My body didn't want to deal with it. I don't know why.
It's so loud.
But like I said, I'm not getting anything else. I don't have like a fever or anything. It's just chest congestion, which I have a tinge of anyway because of post nasal drip. But it's even worse
Allergies?
with this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's supposed to be a hurricane coming up my way, but nobody can agree.
There's a
on-
hurricane coming through. Everybody remember Hurricane from
Nobody
WWE?
can give me a straight answer of like if it's even gonna affect anything.
If you
No,
thought-
Tropical
It's just so
storm.
weird
I look.
because Maine being known for the hurricanes, you know.
I looked it up though. Tropical storm. Oh, I forgot the name of it now.
Lee.
It wasn't Anna.
It's Lee.
Yeah. Lee. There you go. Yeah.
I knew an Anna Lee once.
Oh yeah. I think they have
Annabelle
they split
Lee?
the names that way. Aren't the female names on the west
Females
coast,
the females are always more
or
devastating.
is it hemispheres?
I think it's years they alternate.
No,
So,
I thought
like,
they
one year-
switched- I
one
thought
year they
switched by
do-
location too, male and female names. I thought they.
I don't fucking know. I'm not a meteorologist.
Well, let's wait for Twitter to start hitting them about the gender names for hurricanes because this is wrong. But can't have that.
So very wrong.
I thought the females
But-
were more devastating.
I mean, in real life, yes. Not
It
hurricanes.
can be. It can be. All right, so you guys remember where
Hashtag
we left
baby
off?
mama drama.
We're on a roll today.
So where did we leave off, guys? Where were you doing? Where were we? What were we doing?
We fought a skank.
Well, First off, we can't forget the most important part. Aldrin is currently the arm wrestling champion.
Yes, somehow. I know it was a skag. I'm just.
That was a skag.
I'm aware.
Call it by its whole name. Scancast bitch. All right.
There we go. There we go.
Or
It's a
nothing.
skank. Yep. Gotcha. I apologize.
If we weren't canceled before, we will be soon.
That's the goal.
I like how we filled the hole with stuffing.
Yeah, that was a thing. Aldrin laid down in the hole that she made in the ship, and was like, "Vanek, hit me!"
Vanek, hit me!
And Vanek literally hit him because he did the armor of Agathis, to freeze some of the water. It was a thing.
Yes, indeed.
And then,
Yes,
And then I used the bag of holding upon Bryce's suggestion because he was the only one that had any useful suggestions.
I was
to get some of the water
I
out.
thought you'd figure it out.
Never trust that will happen.
Yeah,
No.
we got to meet some
Yeah,
blue
just
salads.
don't forget to empty the water before we,
and put
You need
our
to put
stuff
something
back
in
in.
Yeah. Because I honestly had I had no idea. I just knew it was the hole. I had no idea how it was gonna be fixed. So I'm like, wow me, give me some ways that it could work.
Like I said
And,
last
you
week,
guys
I'm
did.
apparently useless without magic.
hey, same here. I didn't have the right magic. I had the wrong magic going on.
The only magic you need is inside, and that's my thatch.
I mean, I could have just polymorphed
You
into a
say
giant
that so
octopus
well
and
for
plugged
that.
the hole.
You keep coming up with these polymorph ways of how you're gonna plug a irregular shaped hole. It's
A giant octopus, literally, their body
it's still
is...
not but it's still not a sealant. There'll still be water coming up
that's what I mean.
various parts.
I seal it with my body. Like, I go underneath the ship,
Hmm.
and then you guys get the water out, and they goop it up with some wood.
Scoop it up.
That was the wrong choice of words. But
See,
I mean,
Scoop it up.
let's look. I can see this giant octopus underneath, holding the ship like this, and you know the center of the body underneath is your mouth, right?
Yeah.
Yum.
Yeah. So they're just putting boards over your mouth, and tar is gonna be leaking down and going into your mouth, and everything. Yeah, it would have been a
It's
great
fine.
situation.
It could have been
I
interesting.
can hold my breath.
It would have been very
Ah.
interesting to see.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
But
I
yeah.
wanted to see Aldrin get hit, so... it was worth it.
Of course.
just,
Yes. But that's where you guys are at. Let's
We took a long rest.
Did we?
yeah, let's
Yep, that was a thing.
activate the boat here. Where you guys
on a
are at.
pontoon.
And
Is
we
that
will
a
make
pontoon?
it
I don't think that's a pontoon.
no, it's a long it's like a Viking longboat.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks bigger than it actually is. It's not supposed to be quite that wide, but
Whatever. We need to all fit. It's fine.
but yeah,
Stevie's big as previously discussed.
let's move it over to the next morning because you guys did take a long rest. Did you guys want to RP or anything over the night or anything, or are we just moving on to the next morning?
Tiny is going through her book and fixing her spells while we are sleeping.
Aldrin is sitting on top of wherever Thanek's looking and just stares at him.
And
Are you sleeping yet?
And I sleep pretty soundly.
There you go.
And Faerun's just
Still,
like
I
behind
snores
the
are
corner,
3 hours
staring at Aldrin, staring at Thanek.
Stevie and her Drake are curled up right next to Thanek because Stevie is cold from being in the water.
can you switch over my spells?
You want me to update you?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Yeah. You know you can do that in Foundry. You don't have to do it in
Please fix it.
D&D Beyond all the time.
D&D Beyond tends to be easier.
Yeah, it is way easier.
I haven't
Yeah,
done
but
preferred.
spells. I mean, what makes it easier is you see all your spells. So, but Foundry, you kind of have
Does-
to know what you have.
Yeah, and does Foundry limit you to just the correct amount of spells you're supposed to know?
No, that's what I'm saying. D&D Beyond tells you got with
I
Foundry,
would
you have
continue to do it.
with
in
Foundry, it's
D&D
like
Beyond.
having a sheet. You have to know what you can have and not have. You can't just fill it.
I would continue to do it in D&D Beyond. It's so much easier.
Did
All
you
right, let me
transfer
import
so I
Tiny
can-
here. Yeah, yes. Chill. I'm doing it right now. Okay. Uncheck weapons,
Don't
equipment,
touch it on me.
currency.
Thanic's feeling a
Oh.
tickling on his nose from the thatch of Aldrin.
You just love that
Yeah.
word, don't you?
Yeah, thatch is a great word.
It's his new sissy turn.
Accurate.
Wow.
Accurate.
Okay, it should be updated for you.
I have a word with every character.
I guess.
My next one's main word will be phallus.
Seems about
All
right.
right.
I feel like this is like a challenge for us to keep Aldrin alive just to avoid the fate of you saying phallus every session.
Yeah,
He already does. I don't think he needs an excuse to do so.
I hear a blowgun.
Well, he does
going off.
alternate. What?
I hear a blowgun going off.
You fucking suck with that thing! You hit me once in this fucking month we've known each other? However fucking long it's been.
Oh,
I've
it's
hit you
not
more
been a
than
month yet.
once.
It's
Been
been
more than that.
a week.
I've hit you more than once.
Oh, well, I didn't notice them.
That's because
So it's
I'm
the next
only
morning.
using the rocks and the corn and not my blow darts anymore because I got in trouble for the blow darts.
Well, you want to save the actual blow darts for people who, we want to incapacitate.
darted.
I don't
Sorry,
think
to
he
be
can
blow
die
darted.
and he doesn't bleed.
You know what they say? If it bleeds, you can kill it.
And you don't bleed. I don't know. Let's
That's 'cause
Let's
I'm a
avoid-
fucking God.
let's
test that
avoid
theory.
trying to. Let's not. Let's
I feel
not.
like I did that
Does
little
that
bit
mean
last
I don't
night.
need to heal you anymore?
No, I really do appreciate that. Please doing that.
Oh. So wait, are you a god or not?
I don't know.
Because if you're a god, I don't need to heal you.
Well, he
If
died.
you
He
let
died
me-
once. He died once and came back. That's not to say he can't die again. And we'd prefer to keep him not dead.
He always gets so emotional when I heal him. It's weird.
I think he's just not used to people being nice to him. I don't know.
I haven't felt affection in 50 years.
So
What do
should
you
I
want a
s-
hug, sweetie?
And he hugs.
And Stevie's just like,
It is like a very
There,
strong
there.
hug. Like you go in there and there's just like it's straight bone and thatch.
there,
I'm
sweetie.
gonna prestidigitate the smell of rotting flesh that Stevie can smell when she hugs him.
Ah, I missed again.
Perception to notice that happening.
How can you see? Your face is buried in that.
How tall is Aldrin?
I don't know, like 5'5". He's
Yeah,
fucking
no,
short.
it's not.
I imagine
I'm
he's
6
climbing
foot.
up to give a hug.
Climb Stevie like a tree.
Yeah, it's just like arms around, legs around the horse mouth. Ah!
That's like the way Jack hugs me, man. That's the 4-year-old boy bullshit right there.
Hey, that's what Tiny would look like too.
But then his like arms and legs dislocate and he hits the ground.
Can I still do perception to see if I notice Aldrin prestidigitating stuff?
Yeah.
Because
Aldrin does
numbers.
not.
I imagine that's probably a deception or sleight of hand from Faerun to combat my 16 something. Well,
Kieran?
What skill? It would be a sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand, so yeah, you would have to, it would be perception.
I already did perception. He was asking what skill to combat it.
Oh,
Are you trying to hide it?
Yeah, that's the first question.
yeah.
Sleight of hand.
Yeah. I mean, I assume I would be like not directly in front of Stevie anyway.
Yeah, I notice. She just kind of raises an eyebrow. kind of like makes a face at the smell, and then just doesn't comment on either of those things.
Intensifies the smell.
He just doesn't comment on anything. Just like this is not something I'm going to make a deal out of.
I made a deal once. That's how I bought my house. And let me tell you about mortgage rates these days.
Dude, don't even get me started.
3 tries, 3 misses. Damn it.
What is your AC? Well, I guess Tiny's just rolling really shit.
Yeah,
Aldrin's
and
actually
she
got
doesn't have a high to hit on that either.
Mm-hmm.
Aldrin's got a pretty damn decent AC, actually. For a warlock.
Mm. Matches what Stevie's is.
But I should have proficiency because I do have.
Yeah, it does
proficiency
say
in
that.
small weapons.
Oh yeah, you do. You have +2 to hit.
I should be proficiency is +4.
But what's your dexterity?
+2.
So it should be +6 to
that's-
hit, not +2.
Hold on. I'm good.
Because I have a proficiency in small weapons.
Okay, no. Simple weapons.
Okay, simple weapons.
Very different. I think a blowgun might be in martial. And that's where it's
And it's yeah. Well, I mean, it is a ranged weapon attack.
So there's martial.
It's
and then there's
it's considered a firearm. Martial ranged.
Okay.
Oh, yep, that's right. So you're not proficient with it. You just
Right.
know. You barely know how to use the thing. Air goes in, thing comes out. That's your
I
understanding.
mean, you do have a +2, so it's not like you're totally horrible with it, but you just
If you can roll above a 15, you'll hit Aldrin.
yeah, you might be able to hit kobolds with it, shit like that. But
Well, all of this concluded. Well, I think we should go see where we're at now. Stevie goes up top.
Try and find that ice cliffside again.
Yeah, maybe we can find the right one this time.
Tiny's gonna go looking through these bags over here. See if she can
That
find
tracks.
Aldrin in his old man form is just sitting on the deck staring.
yeah,
Not
as you
anything
guys
in
come up,
particular.
the captain does turn around. He's like, "We do appear to have another flow coming up that we should check out."
Well, let's hope those weird blue things ain't on that one. Those
I've had
were
my
Very
men
much do not run into one of those again.
on sentry duty all night looking over rails. Luckily, it seems like it's been pretty quiet. So,
Oh no, I mean last time we were on an ice floe, we ran into
Oh.
these giant blue.
oh yes, when you rushed on a boat and said, "Get us out of here quickly."
Yeah. Let's hope we don't run into more of those.
I didn't think
Yes.
they were that bad.
Yeah. Well, see, when they attacked my Drake, they infected him with some sort of thing that would turn him into one of them. Once he, got down, once he, got unconscious. So I don't think we want to. It was a disease of some sort. I don't think it seems contagious. I don't want to mess with it.
Well, that seems quite frightening.
Yeah. It was not pleasant to think about.
I'm not too worried
think I've
about
heard of
disease
such
in
a
my old
creature.
age. Quite healthy.
A slag, perhaps, is what you're talking about.
I thought
Salad?
a slag was the thing we fought. It was under the boat.
Oh, that was a skank.
I thought that was a skag.
Excuse me, sometimes my accent messes up the translation. A slad.
Oh, with yeah.
I love salads.
I'm not sure. I haven't encountered any of those in my entire life. They seem a little weird. I would rather not run into any anytime soon.
You hear one of the men from up front. Captain! Flow ahead! Ah, there it is. You see another iceberg, large iceberg, appearing.
Oh, hey, we're meeting Aunt Flo.
FLOE.
Not this month.
I prefer Dyke. I could save 10% or more.
I was making a
I-
period joke, Bryce.
And I was making a flow for progressive joke, which is even worse.
Yes.
Did I find anything in these bags? I got a 20.
What bags?
The ones at the front of the ship.
Why are you going through the ship's bags?
Because I'm bored.
It's here. No. You see, you didn't tell me I'm going through. You said, "Did I find anything?" First, you need to tell me
No.
you're doing it.
No, she did. She did.
Oh, okay, I didn't hear
You
it.
missed it.
I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it. Okay, yeah. Well, as you go towards the bags, moment. Now I see.
It's full of.
I was preparing for the next part.
To mimic.
You find two
I've
more.
got a anti-fairy.
Force
I
field.
All right. The
You're
the
right.
one of the crew sees you and he's like, "What are you doing?"
I'm looking around.
No, you're not looking around. You're looking in. Why are you going through our bags?
I'm curious. I want to see what's inside. Did I find anything?
He's stopping you, babe. That's the whole point. Is he's stopping
He
you.
just continues.
Yeah, she's just continuing.
Okay. But well, as you're continuing, if you look closely, there's like writing on the bags. One says
Faerun.
grain, one says coal.
Anything interesting?
Grain and coal.
They- Get
So if you
some,
want to make
you
some
might need
bread,
it.
you're covered.
Grain and coal is what you see. Tiny.
Does she take some?
I actually think coal actually is useful.
Sometimes.
In a lot of
Probably
ways,
not in this instance.
That's why they keep mining it. You mean for like spell components, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
but
not like you have a
I mean,
spell-
I'm not. If you want to take it, you can try. That's not a problem. But remember, spell components, unless it's a spell that's like required, or it
That's what I'm looking at.
it uses the component, meaning it's like the diamonds, for example, where it consumes
Coal
the
isn't-
component.
Coal doesn't have a gold value, unfortunately, for spell components.
It's quite literally useless unless you want to burn it.
That's what I was looking at.
Some charcoal briquettes is what
I
you're
mean,
looking
you
at.
can always steal a piece, stick it inside Aldrin, and set him on fire.
Dude, we put it in his skull, light it, we can make a jack-o'-lantern.
Fleeing
Well, just
star.
as Tiny's going through the bags and all this discussion happens, you feel the boat go up on a flow. The crew's scurrying around, dropping some anchors, using poles to make sure the boat goes up evenly. And the captain's like, "All right, well, go ahead, take your time out there. We're gonna mess with the hole again, just to make sure it's sturdy down there. Make sure it doesn't break any further." As we continue, you guys did a decent patch job in the middle of a very harrowing situation, but my men are skilled in repairing boats, so we're gonna take a look at it while you guys are on the ice floe.
Well, talk to it then.
Aldrin jumps off the boat
Yeah.
first.
Let me. Can I
You haven't even
open
landed
the ice floe first?
Nope.
Nope, Aldrin just jumps in the water.
Yeah, Aldrin just fuck. No
At
rope.
least he didn't hang himself.
I did that
And
last
with all
mission.
that coal weighing him down, he sinks straight to the bottom.
Also, my next character arrives, Baldrin.
Bulge. All right, so you're looking over the edge of the boat, and you do notice there's a small rowboat there, and some footprints leading off.
Can I take a peek around, like, the rowboat, see kind of if there was anything left in it other than just the oars?
I mean, you could do what you want, yeah.
Question: is everything supposed to be black and white?
No, do I have a vision set for some reason? Let me check.
I think there's,
Shouldn't
like,
be.
I see bluish in the water and then.
Oh yeah, mine's straight black and white.
Oh yeah. Put your color
Magic
back
of blinds.
Ah, my eyes! The charcoal Fuck off!
No, it shouldn't be.
Here, I'll refresh. It's in my eyes. I can only see black and white. It's like
Everyone else
changing
doesn't see
things.
black and white, do you?
Mm-mm.
I'll
Nope,
refresh
I'm
to
good.
see if that's the
I
issue.
see color.
Okay.
I can see in color.
Oh, for some reason, your vision mode is dark vision, Aldrin. I don't know why.
Okay, I got it.
Let me change that. There we go.
Interesting.
Which is surprising because he doesn't have dark vision naturally.
Right.
Okay, I got it. Or someone fixed it for me, maybe.
I did. Yeah, you're set to default for dark vision for some reason. Which even that's weird because it shouldn't be doing that unless it's dark. If it's daylight out,
Yeah.
you shouldn't be
That's weird.
seeing dark vision anyway. But
Yeah.
what do you say you were doing, Thanik?
I was just peeking around the rowboat, seeing if there was anything left behind other than just the oars. Rolled a 14.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty empty rowboat. You do see like a simple pack, just has some provisions in it, mostly like dried fish and stuff like that. And that's about it. That's all you really see.
Does the pack have any markings on it or names or anything like that?
No, it seems to be a very simply made pack, like a sealskin, just kind of stitched together.
It does say provisions on it, though.
What could that mean?
Because everything is properly labeled.
Well, couple this with the footprints, and perhaps there's someone close, someone we can talk to this time.
Stevie, can you use your nature stuff to figure out whose footprints these are?
Nature stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Say please.
Please.
All right. And Stevie kind of examines the footsteps, kind of try to see what type of creature would have made them.
Do your nature shit.
Nature shit. Do I get advantage on that, or is it only with regards to my favorite?
We just did it for your favorite enemy. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it's my favorite enemy.
Just a natural tracking deal.
Yep.
Yeah, but you can't get advantage just in case it is.
Cool, 20.
And also,
Dirty 20
those are-
regardless.
There you go.
Those are
Yeah.
definitively not dragon footprints, no matter what.
No.
They're a little too
yeah,
small
it's-
for that.
It could be a dragon fingerprints. Like it's just tiptoeing.
Yeah, they're humanoid, and they look obviously like someone's wearing snowshoes, the sled shoes.
So
it's-
humanoids, as of level whatever, I get to choose a second favorite enemy, are also favorite enemies of mine.
I think humanoid, you have to select a specific type.
You
though.
rolled a dirty 20.
Humans
Why does it matter?
and dragonborn. I don't know. Maybe I get extra thing for having humans and dragonborns as my favorite. I just feel like it should be mentioned.
Gotcha. But yeah,
Anyway.
you don't notice anything untoward of the footprints. Like I said, they're humanoid. They're wearing the sled shoes, so it looks like someone accustomed to this environment.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean,
How
it looks
old do
like
they look?
yeah.
Relatively fresh.
Well, I imagine it's someone who's used to the cold. They seem to be wearing, excuse me, snowshoes of some sort. Maybe we should just see who it is. See if they are.
And it hasn't been brought up, but you guys, when you left, they did equip you with all the winter gear and everything. So you guys have all the heavy coats and the
I just
snowshoes and
turned
everything.
as I'm examining the
Yeah.
footprints.
As
I turn
you-
the corner and see
As you rise the ridge,
things.
you see the footprints, and at the end of them, you hear a man laying on the ground screaming and you nearly dead, and you see a polar bear looming over him, roaring, obviously attacking his man. You kind of see a trail of blood where it first attacked, and the man's on the ground because the polar bear is attacking him.
So
And the man appears indigenous to the area. heavy, sealskin furs and skins, and all the winter gear. His hair is kind of raggedy, a big beard, and stuff, and so he looks like someone who's a native to the area.
Cool. So, I'm
Let it kill
going
him. We
to.
clean his corpse.
Stevie just glares at Aldrin and then fucking charges, because that's 45 feet, and I can get there within a round. I know we're not in combat yet, but I can get there in 6 seconds.
Yeah, I would say that since the polar bear is concentrating on him, if you are going to attack it, it would be a surprise.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And so then I get 2 attacks with my flail plus a hoof attack because I charged.
I mean, if we just let it kill him, we could have taken his stuff and killed him.
Advantage, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Flanking.
I wouldn't say things like that when Stevie's.
Well, you get advantage just because it's a surprise attack. So.
So 2 flails.
What does bear ever do to you, Stevie?
It's attacking somebody. I'm saving them.
Oh, you love nature
the
so
bear's
much.
Territory. It's his own.
Is Stevie yelling this back while she's swinging her flail?
Yeah,
It's the
exactly.
circle of life. It's natural. Says the most unnatural person here.
Yeah. So I do that.
Yeah, you hit it quite a bit, and it roars back in pain, and you can see the gaping wounds in it, and it now does turn its attention to the threat in front of it. So let's.
Polar bears be big, just in case anyone was not clear about that.
Yeah, it's half the size of Stevie. Is how big it is.
Except in D&D, it is 4 times the size of Stevie. Because it is a large creature and Stevie is a medium creature.
I forgot. I got him and this guy in
Tiny is a
combat.
small creature.
That's funny. Wait.
One moment.
No.
There we go.
Males are about the same weight as Stevie. Male polar bears.
I don't fucking know shit about
Yeah.
polar bears.
Yeah. Polar bears, I believe, are one of the biggest.
Of the bears, yeah.
Yeah,
And way more, especially because.
Polar bears are the largest bear species.
Yeah, and they weigh more too because of the blubber. They have way more blubber than other bears, so there's even more weight.
Stevie
They're
needs to
big
roll.
chockuses. Stevie,
I
roll.
know animal facts.
I mean, all bears are dangerous, but polar bears, they can
David, roll initiative.
fuck a lot of shit up.
Oh, am I missing things?
Yes, you are missing things.
Nope.
All the dice that are going on the.
All right.
I was
and you
looking
rolled-
up facts about polar bears. Thanks.
I was doing the
Oh,
Lord's work over here.
look, I don't have to move it. It ended up right under you.
Hey, it did it right.
Okay. Faerun,
Alright.
you're actually up first. You rolled highest initiative. That's how.
So it looked like he just
Um,
didn't see the polar bear. He just sees Stevie fucking charging at something.
I can assume based
Yeah.
on stuff. How far away is that? 60 feet.
Well, he's 60
how-
feet.
Badly injured. You know, I'll give this dude a healing word. Just one.
Okay. See some of the wounds healing on him. He's still pretty injured, but he does sit up, and he's kind of just scooting away as you guys are fighting the bear.
And then I'm going to. No, that's it. I'll leave it at that.
All right, so the polar bear, not happy with what's happening.
We interrupt his dinner. Or breakfast. It's breakfast time.
All right, so it's going to go to bite Stevie.
But no, my fucking wings.
Fucking wings.
Yeah.
So he rolled a 20.
Yeah, and I
think
have
your
a
four
7.
gives you- Yeah.
I have a
you're- yeah, so-
17.
Yeah, so your wings come in and he bites onto the wings, misses you completely.
Yeah.
Then he rears back and bites again.
Again with the 20. I'll let that
Yep.
one happen. I don't want to use it too many times, you know.
Actually, how'd you know it was a 20 again? It's a private roll.
It shows when it pops up with you can use a reaction. It says it was a
the
20.
reaction.
You also
Gotcha.
can't use a second reaction after you just used one.
Right, so it doesn't
She
matter.
didn't. That's right. Yeah, she
Well, I
didn't.
didn't.
Yeah. So he
Yeah,
bites
totally
into
for
it
that reason.
and out of sheer rage, also claws at you.
Do it.
That's the end of his turn.
Cool. So we are gonna move around the polar bear, not giving it a chance to opportunity attack, but between this guy who is named Nunya, I imagine short for Nunya Business.
Nunya.
Gonna flail at him twice without advantage this time. Still hits. I do so much damage, guys.
You put Thanik to shame.
Yeah, totally. So much damage.
You're gonna kill him before I can get there.
Man, it's like you should have used Hunter's Mark.
But I'm going to use my bonus action to cure wounds. Nunya.
Cure Wounds is an action.
Yes.
Cure wounds is not.
Yes.
Healing Words is a bonus action.
Fuckity shit. Then I'm going to bonus action command my Drake to do shit.
There you go.
Okay, I can't heal him the exact amount that I want to. Fuck it, let's kill this guy.
I don't have healing word.
Ranger doesn't have access to Healing Words unless they do shit.
I only have cure wounds from my
yet
gift of the
the
metallic
wizard
dragon.
You are a Strixhaven schoolboy. Shut up.
Yeah, and I believe the game does it on purpose too, just so there's not a bunch of bonus action healing. I remember the game raw doesn't even want you using a potion as a bonus action, so.
Drake is gonna dash to get there. And then that's all he can do.
Aldrin.
Oh, great. Aldrin just has no idea what's going on. What the fuck are you doing? Oh, shit, there's a polar bear. And then Aldrin's unnatural hatred for animals, being a farmer, destroying his crops, he unleashes Eldritch Blast.
But Aldrin didn't have any cows or anything?
Fuck the cows, they eat my crops. Holy
It still
shit,
hits.
that still hits.
Fucking... You have a plus 10
What do
spell
you-
attack? You have a plus
What
10
the
to your spell
fuck?
attack. What the fuck? Excuse me, how?
I gotta start checking this motherfucker sheet.
5 from charisma, 4 from proficiency, Rod of the Packkeeper +1, motherfuckers.
Oh my
It's like
god.
read them and weep.
I'm gonna fucking kill it!
Ah! You stole my kill!
Just fucking Aldrin cocks his staff like a shotgun and blows the skull up. Fucking
So yes,
rookies.
the polar bear does one final roar and falls dead. This majestic creature at Stevie's feet.
Well, that was
Skin it and take its pelt!
what do you think I was getting my knife out for?
Kill Nunya. Leave
Uh,
no witnesses.
Stevie
Speaking of which,
turns back.
this ice hunter looks terrified, relieved that you've helped him, and you hear him speaking in a native language that you're not familiar with, and he's just, which one?
I'm sorry, or can you speak common? and kind of leans a hand.
His
to
head's
it.
just shaking, blank stare, and his
Hands
head's
down.
just shaking as you're talking.
Well, she puts her hand out to pull him up and does that cure wounds.
Yeah, he gets up with you.
Oh,
He looks pretty relieved and
and that is a hold up. How
Happy.
much HPs? 1d8 plus 2.
Are you just casting? There you go.
That's a 9 HP for him.
Oh, I gotta do it manually? What the hell?
Yeah, because I did it during combat. I actually did it, and then you guys were like,
You
"No,
could-
you can't
Well,
fucking do
well,
it."
you can add the resource back again, so you could actually cast it. But
I did,
it's fine.
it's fine. I don't
It's
need
fine.
to.
Make Lunga do the work.
Exactly. And also, didn't the healing spells not work anyways?
No, they work.
Does anyone know any native languages or a spell that allows them to speak other languages?
Yeah, I guess I could.
Fear is a universal language.
Aldrin? No, he's already terrified. Stop it.
Perfect.
You focus on skinning that pelt.
Yeah, fuck it, I'll try. You're gonna see an old man trying to skin a fucking polar bear. I'm assuming that's just a nature check or survival.
For skinning it?
Yeah.
Neither
Neither are great.
Make sure you keep the
yeah,
brain
I'm
to tan it.
thinking it's nature.
Because nature's like knowledge on it, survival's like survival skills. That's why I'm just curious.
Yeah, it's kind of a mixture of both. Yeah, go ahead and do survival.
Guidance! I'm gonna use the guidance cantrip on myself to give myself a chance at this, actually.
If it looks like you're doing really poorly, Stevie will step in and give.
I got this! Mostly!
He's doing okay. You see that he's not a practiced hand at it, but he's
His hand
making
comes off
do.
at once.
But it's gonna take you a little while. If you're just skinning it, I'm assuming.
Yeah, just taking the polar bear pelt.
Yeah, it's a very large creature. So if you're gonna complete it, it's gonna take you probably about a good 45 minutes.
I got this! Old man skin.
To skin it.
So Faerun has casted a comprehend languages spell.
Yes. And as you do that, he's just kind of looking at you. He is not speaking yet. Does comprehend languages allow you to speak in the language too, or just understand? Just understand, right? I believe.
Yeah, it lets me understand. But as a person with a voice, I can just keep talking to him until he says something.
Yeah. Well, as he sees, he saw you casting the spell. He said, and he's like, "Oh, magic."
All right, Stevie, just start saying things to him. I'll translate.
Stevie kind of points to the polar bear, like, what'd you do to piss off the polar bear?
He looks at you and he nods and he goes, "Nunya hunting. Nunya looking for seals. Bear find Nunya."
I repeat that. Exactly.
Yeah, fair. Stevie, kind of as Aldrin is, trying to skin, I imagine there's some parts of like exposed meat on the bear, and she kind of points to the meat, and then points to him, like, do you want the meat?
He looks at you and looks at the bear and he smiles widely and he nods, and he kneels down with his own knife and starts helping Aldrin with what he's doing, and he's like, "We'll feed many in Nunya's village. Bungie village, be happy."
And then kind of gets his attention because I imagine he's concentrating on the polar bear.
And you notice he does have a very practiced hand, so it's going much faster.
Yeah. And so she like points at Aldrin. Sorry, not Aldrin. Faerun. Because he recognized that Faerun was doing magic, and the chick we're trying to find does magic, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Makat the Crimson.
Yep.
She's part of the Arcane Brotherhood. And most likely a
It's not
lot
a
of the
cult.
stuff that she's involved with, Faerun would know quite a bit because they do things at the host tower.
Okay, and then she kind of like points at Faerun and like, do you know any magic users? Like, your village, like, just trying to mime out, like, does your village have any magic users? And I don't know how
He looks
that would
very
work.
confused. He saw you doing some kind of hand movements like magic. So he looks very confused at first.
Prestidigitate sparkles and other magical effects while Stevie attempts to speak.
Yeah. He looks at it. He's like, magic.
If only we had
magic?
Val's minor illusion
Magic
to
pretty.
translate. Ugh.
I'm sorry, did someone say minor illusion? And Aldrin's got minor illusion. No,
Well,
it's right.
I forgot you could do that. Why?
But it's just gonna be an ear of corn.
Can you like make some sort of like? I want to know if he has any magic users in his village.
Oh, fuck, that's
Well,
fine.
I was about to speak. After Aldrin does what he does, this actually was what he was going to say. He's like, magic rare, except for shamans. Shamans of villages use magic. Are you shaman?
Yes.
Like just nod.
Flat out lie. Yeah.
Tiny's going to, when she asked about shaman, she's going to like use, like they did, use cure runes on him again to show their capability of magic and shaman.
You guys are healing him up a lot. I'm gonna kill him when we're all
Yeah.
done here.
I was about to say
He's-
he was barely.
He's feeling
injured. I don't
great
think
now at
he-
this point. He's
Wow.
like, he's thank you. None you're very happy. Blessed. So many shaman in one place. Thank you.
Do you need help taking Polar Bear back to your village?
He still looks kind of confused. Do you do any kind of hand gestures or anything to help him figure it out? Or what are you doing?
Kind of like
I will minor
gesture.
illusion a village. What I assume a village looks like. A hut on some snow.
Stevie mimes carrying something heavy.
So he kind of looks and he's looking at the illusion. He's looking at Stevie and he goes, Nunya village, Bungie, ice flow, 30 minutes or so boat from here. One of many.
Do we have a map? Maybe we can get him to mark it down.
You do not, but Captain LaRusta obviously knows the area more. He does have a map of the area.
Dan, if you're not doing anything, go get a map.
Why don't we just
Honest.
get to point the direction? Oh yeah, I guess that.
Danik, was there anything else on this island? I saw you walking around.
Oh no, it's empty. The perimeter's secure. Let me go get the map, and I'll go and head to the boat and ask the captain for a map. And once I have one, bring it back.
Tiny's gonna
Yeah.
like grab his hand and like hold it and give her most like adorable look, and she's gonna point like to herself and to him, and then point back to herself and say, "Come with you."
He does smile and he looks very
Adopted.
pleased, but he's like, he's pointing at the bear. He's must finish bear.
Tiny's gonna-
Blood's all over his hands. It's just
That's
all over you at this point.
Aldrin is
you guys
just
are lucky if
coated
Tiny
in
doesn't jump in
blood.
there.
Thanik, as you go back to the ship, you see Captain LaRusta and you ask him for the map. And he's like, what's occurring on the floe?
There's a local man of some variety who was being attacked by a bear. Who we saved him. Well, they all saved him, but he's going to show us where his village is so that we can follow.
Oh, Well, let me accompany you. I do speak much of the local dialects, so I can perhaps help you out.
That would make things go significantly faster.
No one asked. So he comes out with you guys, and he walks up with Danik, and he's holding the map, and he looks at Nunya, and he's like, "Honored Ice Hunter." He's like, "Honored Captain." He goes, these fine folks are looking for a very specific ice flow, very specific village. What village did you say you were from? Nunya, from Bungie. Bungie. We're looking for a very large village. And he explains what description of the iceberg looks like. Very large, where it's got large peaks on the back and a very large plateau in the center. And Bungie nods. And he's like, yes, Bungie, no. Very, very powerful, large village. White Dragon Circle Village. Oya Vigatan. And you guys hear the word, at least you understand that, and you hear Larissa repeat it, Oya Vigatan. Say. And he unrolls the map. Can you show us? And Nunya looks at it, and he points to where we are. He's like, we here. And he points to another little Bungie here. And he points to a little bit further north on the map. Oya Vigatan. Here. He's like, well, it looks like, folks, we have a destination. But he does mention that there is a white dragon that haunts the area, and I believe we were warned of such a white dragon.
Well, we took care of one before.
You-
I think we'd...
Well, then, while we're not
You love a
searching
dragon?
for another opportunity, we will do what we must. So that's what we
Yeah,
need
where'd
to
you
do.
think I got these dragon scales? And, like, she pulls out the white dragon scales.
Not gonna lie, I thought they were fake.
There are many varieties of white dragons, many sizes, many ages. Not all are created equal. I believe you should know that.
I do, but we'll do our
She's
best.
just confident.
We've encountered many dragons. I feel like we can manage it somehow.
I haven't. That sounds like
He
bullshit.
rolls up the map. He's like, at any rate, as long as the ice doesn't get too thick, this looks like it'll be probably about 2 hours going
All
north,
right.
and we should be able to reach. Oya
Let's
Vigatan.
just finish with this polar bear first. Maybe get it into some pieces to help him out.
Feel free. We're still working on a boat, so I will head make way back. We'll be waiting for you.
How far has
Alright.
Aldrin made it
And,
into skinning this bear?
Captain LaRusta. Well, this whole conversation, Nunya was helping you. This whole conversation was only about 5 minutes, so it's only about 5 minutes into it as you guys were talking.
Yeah, 5 minutes into it, as Aldrin's doing, you just my finger! He cuts his finger off. I don't need it. Throws the finger away.
But with Nunya's help, who is quite skilled at this,
Stevie does
you guys
go to help too.
Yeah, you guys do finish it up in about 15 minutes. And takes you another 15, 20 minutes or so to lug all the different stuff back to his rowboat. He can't take all of it because the rowboat can only hold so much. It's quite a bit of weight with all the...
Can we take it on the ship with us?
Well, Stevie will take the pelts and the rest.
Yeah, well, he did take some of it because they do rely on that for their village. But whatever he couldn't carry, he does say
stealing a pelt.
He does
from,
say
like the Arctic people. It's
Nunya
just
only carries
stupid.
so much. Please, this is yours. So there is some meat and some additional fur.
Nice.
Aldrin just takes the head.
That tracks. Stevie's going to, in downtime, kind of add some of the fur to her dragon scales to kind of like pad it out a little bit more and like just fill in some of the holes where things
Stop
might
chafing.
that too, yeah, and make it a little warmer. Always use a little
Yeah.
extra warmth.
But yeah, just so you guys are going back to the boat, then I'm assuming after this. So we will. So you guys are back on the boat. You could be doing that while you're on the boat as well. Padding out your armor, if you will. And you're sailing north. And it's going to be about a 2-hour trip. Okay.
What? No, what'd you say?
Tiny's gonna take some of that coal. She's gonna start taking some of them and putting them in her bag.
The crew looks at you. They don't even say anything because it's like, what's she doing with the coal? I don't know. She's little. There's.
Well, I hope he survives.
Do you guys want to do anything during that 2 hours other than that? Any preparations or anything else you want to do before you guys arrive at Oya Vegaton?
I only used a cantrip, so Aldrin's pretty much just hanging out. He's literally just petting the polar bear head. Someday you'll make a great deterrent.
Is he gonna do anything with the head to keep it not from stinking?
Nope, he doesn't have a nose. He doesn't.
I will press the blood and the gore away.
Yeah, Aldrin does not give a shit about the blood or the gore. Just carries it around. It's bleeding all over the place. Since he shot in the head, there's like brain matter spilling out. Walks by Thanik, flexes his old man arm.
I one day will have my revenge against you.
Yeah, you can certainly try.
I just picture like the ultimate arm wrestle on the top of a coliseum, and Thanik just like grabs him and yeets him off a cliff.
Aldrin doesn't die from a monster or anything. He dies from just Thanik getting pissed that he kept losing.
One of the only times that Thanik has been pissed in the entire campaign.
That's all I've got, so.
Okay. All right, so after a couple hours pass, the captain says, "Ahoy!" Seems like we have found it, and you see an enormous iceberg. And like I said, you do see like as you're approaching at the back of the iceberg, it has the tall peaks like an iceberg does, but the front of it slopes down to a very large plateau, and then cliffs down to the bottom of the iceberg where you guys would be approaching.
Oh, that's quite a bit bigger than the ones we've been on before.
That's what she said.
Nobody said that about you, Thanik.
What about me?
The way Nunya described it, the village is on top of the plateau, and the plateau rises up about 50 feet from the base of the iceberg, so you really can't see the plateau, but you can kind of see these rough, smaller plateaus that can kind of make steps going up to the top of the other plateau. And the boat does hit ground on the iceberg. They anchor it, pull up, and allow you guys to disembark. The little like cliff face above you to get to the next part, it's not super high. It's about 15 feet, so there's just a little bit of climbing you gotta do to get up as you go up it.
Well, let's which way does it seem like we want to go?
Okay, yeah, going north. The wall next
North.
to you, yeah, the wall next to you is high, so that one you can't do.
That
but yeah,
one,
going north
gotcha.
is going.
I
north
wanted
is-
to ask, so I didn't just go away.
Or
that I
gotcha.
was supposed
Yeah,
to go.
you wouldn't have been able to
Like
anyways.
the-
the wall
Like
wouldn't have
door
let you
that
go.
was barred, and I went into the wrong one. Trying to pay attention now. All right. Well, come on, guys. Let's come up. And Stevie just like climbs up, no problem, because she's a ranger and she can do this bullshit.
I gotta climb that shit.
Well, yeah, it's not hard. Drake's just flying along behind me.
As you get up to the top, you see wolves appear like to be sled dogs, and they start barking immediately.
Oh.
There's quite a few of them in distance, and you see them both run off as they start barking loudly and run off to the side. Right in front of you as well, you do see an ice wall.
Huh.
And
Well, there was some wolves over here. I think that means there might be a village. They look kind of like sled dogs.
We should have killed them.
We also should.
yeah.
factor in it could
So
be
when you
guard
get up there, you
dogs.
see. Yeah, I was looking something up. Moment, guys. Jesus Christ.
I'm stuck in a corner.
I already walked there. I already walked there.
I'm trying to tell you what you see in front of you first, because
Ooh.
it's moment. So as you go up there and the dogs run off, you do notice that there is a wall of ice, and there's corpses frozen into the wall. You see a dwarf, and what appear to be like 6 ice hunters as well. The bodies have been preserved in the ice, so it's almost impossible to tell how long they've been in there.
We have the captain with us, right? That can speak the local languages.
He's there. He can come with you if you want him to. Yeah.
Yes, please.
We should also, be prepared that this place might be where our wizard friend is being held prisoner, and not actually a friendly village.
Well, yeah, but we should try to make nice to start off with.
I don't
Then,
think they're
you
nice.
know-
Those are corpses.
How many corpses have we made, Aldrin?
Not enough.
Yeah. So let's try to be nice first, and then if they try to make us into corpses, we make them into corpses.
How
right
many
this
of
moment.
the corpses have you guys literally embellished on your island?
I don't own an island.
Exactly. None. Probably not a nice place.
There are many places in Faerun that deal with breakers of the law and outlaws and scoundrels in various different ways. While this is admittedly a brutal way of making sure that those around stay in line, it's not the worst I've seen.
Actually, a question for Lon.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I was just gonna say, this wall of ice that has the corpses in it, is it like flat ice, like it's been like handmade, or is it like jagged ice, like it was almost dragon's ice breath kind of deal?
Yeah, to determine that, if you're like specifically talking about if you want to know if it's dragon ice, yeah, you would have to do a nature check.
Fuck it, I'll do it.
Does Aldrin say this out
Oh,
loud?
well. Nope.
Okay.
18. First step.
Hey, good
Easy enough.
job.
You do notice that from the look of it, this definitely looks like it would have been the dragon's breath that froze them in there.
I can
and-
smell the dragon breath.
Thank you for doing that, because what I was going to say before you asked me that, I need everybody to do a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no, that's not good.
Whatever for?
How do I do a wisdom save? Oh shit, I've actually got
14.
really good wisdom saves.
Okay. With the exception of Faerun, Aldrin. Yeah, with the exception of Faerun and Aldrin, you guys do feel a chill come over you, and you hear the sound. You look above, and you do see the shadow through the clouds of a dragon flying by, and it goes. It's kind of swoops low, but it's still it's over 100 feet above, and then flies, veers off, and disappears into the clouds again. And Tiny, Stevie, and Thanik, you do feel the frightful presence of the dragon overwhelm you for a minute.
Stevie is aware that this is a thing dragons can do and knows that it's a thing.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, she still feels it, but she knows it's a dragon thing. Like a magic
Oh yeah,
dragon
yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah. You would definitely know. You would definitely know that this is a dragon's frightful presence.
Yeah.
That's one of their abilities. Yeah.
I hate it when they do that. That's not
You've
pleasant.
been hit by like it so many times by now.
I know, but it still doesn't get easier to deal with.
Hey guys, I can smell the dragon's breath on this ice.
Oh,
Fucking
yeah,
I mean-
that does look.
smell your breath from here.
I have breath. I don't even breathe.
Something's rotten in there.
Hope goes in, grabs something, pulls out like an old. Oh, you're right, there is.
Just kind of. Then Stevie goes up and inspects the ice. To kind of verify that it is dragon's breath.
Oh, don't trust the guy. Okay.
Checking
Yeah.
your homework.
You do again upon closer inspection. You do see that that while there's some ice hunters in there, you do notice that there are some southerners from the mainland on there. So some southerners probably from the mainland and a dwarf as well, who are not obviously local to this area here.
Yeah.
You most
Yeah, it looks
certainly need to
fine.
be careful.
Yeah. Well, I think those wolves probably already alerted everyone to our presence, so stealth is out of the question. But
I mean more be kind.
well, yeah, that's why we have the captain here to help us translate.
Stephen L., I'm not talking to you as I'm staring at Aldrin.
They fucking look at me wrong. I'm gonna blast every one of them.
Yeah, let's keep that. Let's whisper about that after we go to sleep tonight.
That sounds kinky.
All right, Captain, would you mind standing up next to me so we can? I mean, unless anybody else wants to take up talking.
Apparently
Not
I'm
good
allowed.
at.
Apparently I'm not allowed to. And then Aldrin just removes his lower jawbone and sticks it away.
My experience with the local ice hunters here at the Sea Moving Ice. They are not a skittish folk. However, they are wary usually of outsiders. So they won't run and hide. They won't attack outright either. However, they will be quite wary.
Aldrin, you can only talk if you're not going to say anything that will upset them.
I don't have the jawbone in, so I can't talk.
Good, that's probably better.
Yeah.
And Stevie kind of goes out like full view, not trying to be stealthy, like very obviously not trying to be stealthy. And just
as you walk out,
yeah.
you do see this quite a sprawling village on top of this iceberg. It's mostly consistent of huts and tents that are made in there, kind of mostly made with looks like would be whalebone and leather from different kind of sea animals around them, seals and walruses and stuff like that. You do see at the far end there seems to be a yurt standing apart from the rest of the shelters all the way to the east. At the far end, right above, up against the cliffs. This one you can tell from even distance it has there's a lot of totems and animal totems around it, and carvings, whalebone carvings.
For some reason,
decorating the outside of it.
For some reason, east made more sense to me than left or right would have.
I've learned this.
I'm so smart, guys. I promise.
And other than the other huts, you see one larger round hut, which is similar to the other ones, just a little bit bigger. So perhaps this could be, a leader's hut. And in the center, the larger structure, would appear to, if from your travels, you would see this would appear to be something more along the lines of a village meeting hall of sorts. It's heavily decorated as well with whalebone and skulls of fish and mammals. But that's directly in the center of it. You see the villagers, and they're kind of going about their day, doing their things, and they kind of look at you, some of them over their shoulder. And you can see a wary look and apprehension in their eyes, but none are making any threatening moves as you approach.
Approach the nearest one, probably this guy right here, with the captain, obviously, to translate.
Yeah.
As
you walk up, you see this one and a few others. Most of them are preparing food. It doesn't seem to be, you don't notice any columns of smoke or anything rising up from any of the things, and the only artificial heat comes from perhaps some lamps and tiny stoves that you can kind of see through, peeking through some of the tents. You can tell that they live on... I'm sorry?
They do more like salt preservation than anything.
Yeah, you see that they live mostly on fish, whale meat, seal meat, eaten raw or dried on racks, which this is the main thing you see, like, right, this was working, and a lot of them, you see a lot of racks where they're drying this fish. And with the amount of racks that you see and the size of the village, while the village is bigger, it's still a village on an iceberg. The amount of fish they're preserving and preparing seems to be way more than what the village would need.
Would it be enough for a dragon, say?
Give me a survival check.
Okay.
Yeah, you while it's a lot, a dragon would gulp this up. There wouldn't be enough to even be a snack for a dragon. However, you would notice that again, it's way more than the villagers would require, almost as if they're feeding other people that you don't see here in the village.
As she approaches this villager, Stevie pulls out some of the polar bear meat that Nunya gave, and kind of offers it as kind of like a goodwill gesture.
Lusa looks at you and is like, "What would you like me to tell them?"
Something like, "Hello, we're just searching for someone in particular. I wanted to give this as a present to show that I don't mean any harm. It's meat from a polar bear that we stopped from hurting another native ice hunter."
He looks warily at you and at the meat, and LaRusso starts to speak to him, and then he replays to him everything you said. And he replies back, and LaRusso translated back to you. It's like, "Do not accept gifts from outsider. Must speak to chieftain and shaman."
Oh, that's totally fine. Can we speak to the chief?
LaRusso tells him, and the villager looks around. "Wait, here." And I'm speaking like a guy. It's actually a woman you're talking to. So she walks away.
Okay.
She's a very deep voice for a woman. So she walks away and she goes to the larger hut over here and kind of peeks inside and dips in for a few minutes as you guys are waiting there. And after a few moments, you see the villager run out again and also run across and goes all the way to this hut over here and knocks on the lap, if you will, waits for a moment, then goes in. Out of the hut to the south, you do see a heavily furred man, kind of scarred, beard, comes out. He's dressed similar to the rest of the villagers, but you can kind of tell by some of the trappings he has on that this most likely is the chieftain as he comes out. And he starts to make his way. And just as he does that, the villager comes out and you see another woman walk out after her. And she's wearing furs as well, but you do see kind of long robes. You see a lot of bone necklaces around her neck, and she has a staff as she's walking up as well. The chieftain kind of stands back a little bit, waiting as the shaman catches up. And they both step forward and they look at you. And
out of game, what's the chick's name that we're looking for?
Macath. The Crimson.
Macath
is
the Crimson.
Yeah, she's a
Macath.
tiefling sorcerer.
Tiefling. Gotcha. So Stevie, hi. We're just looking for a tiefling. Captain, do you know the word for tiefling?
Yes.
Do they have a word? Oh, I don't know if they have tieflings this far up in the cold. We're looking. We're looking for a tiefling who is a sorcerer. Her name is Macath. We have questions on behalf of the Harpers. On behalf of the Harpers, I brought some of this polar bear meat just as an offering of goodwill. We just had questions.
Lacath kind of tells him all that. He looks at you first. He's like, he introduces himself. You hear him, and he tells him a name, and the chieftain looks back at him and nods, and he speaks, and so does the woman, and he looks back at you, the rooster, and he's like, "This is Chieftain Rook and Shaman Bone Carver. They are who we will be obviously speaking to for this, but now I will relay everything else you told them." You do notice the rest of the village starts to kind of circle around, listening to what's going on. You don't feel threatened by them necessarily, but they are just gathering as this is happening. Rook looks over at the shaman and then looks back again, and he's like, "Oya Vigatan wishes to remain and operate peacefully without any outsiders interfering. Many have come, and you see him nod over the wall. Some not welcome. However, our counsel is our own to keep."
We only have questions. We don't want any problems.
Why have you come to Oya Vigatan?
Well, to search for Macath, the sorcerer. We have questions about there's a calling from the dragons.
And you see Bone Carver's head snap up as you say as Rooster
Dragonhorn
translates back. I'm not going to keep saying Rooster, you assuming that he's translating.
Right. I'm just going to assume that you're translating.
Yeah. And her head kind of snaps up when you start speaking of the dragons, she says, "What know you of dragons?"
Well, I think I know quite a bit. Pulls.
I know them intimately.
Pulls Drake up. This is my companion, and I have my partner. Is a brass dragon. Is he brass or copper?
Xerxes?
Yeah, is brass because
brass
acid. Yes.
Yeah.
Anyways,
some wife you can't even remember what your husband looks like.
Stevie remembers. Well, and also brass and copper look very similar. Fuck off. Well, this is my companion, and I have a partner who is a brass dragon. We are together raising some hatchlings that are black dragons.
She kind of holds onto her staff and she looks at you.
With my fucking dragon mark.
She goes, "There once was a dragon in these areas known as the Old White Death. Was killed a year ago by frost giants." She kind of describes a heap of whale and seal bones on the waterside ice shelf as all that's left of the monster.
Did that frost giant happen to come in a flying castle?
He was a storm giant, but she looks to you weird when
Obviously.
you say
well, but like
castle.
no, Didn't he also like have a collection of like other giants that was going around like they were gonna kill giants and stuff?
He
Or
was
kill
just,
dragons and
or
stuff?
it was actually, they were actually, was he? No, he was a cloud giant. And he was just talking to his people.
His specific tribe. Okay,
Yeah,
I thought it was
yeah,
like a collection
yeah.
of giants. I didn't know they was only.
If you
cloud
guys can,
giants.
everyone give me a
Okay.
perception check, please.
Perception.
I don't think I'm fucking good at it, and I've been rolling horribly.
Trace. The old 3.
Such good rolls, everyone.
We're so great at this.
Wow,
Tiny's
you guys
the
did
best,
great.
apparently.
Finally, guys, you guys all do crap.
Tiny,
There's just
it's okay
too
because
much
she's kind of
snow in my
she's
eye.
kind of floating off there in the back while you guys are all talking, and they're all talking, and you're not really you're paying attention, but you're not. You're just kind of looking around, and you do notice some of the villagers went into the meeting hall. They kind of, while everyone was talking, they kind of looked around and they all just kind of slunk off into the meeting hall. You also notice a group went around you guys and started going down towards where the boat was.
Well,
I'm gonna follow the people that are in the going by the boats.
Okay.
and
As you go down, Tiny, you see them down at the bottom, and they're just kind of watching the boat. They're not doing anything. They're not going near it. They just kind of stop there as if keeping an eye on it.
cool. Stevie kind of continues. Well, Rat, when we were just over there, and I felt the presence of a dragon. Are you sure that was the only dragon in the area?
I cannot speak much more than this. We cannot tell you everything. You need to leave. That's all I can tell you.
Can I ask just one last question after this one?
Rook looks at her, at Bone Carver, and looks back. Shaman has said you must leave. You must leave.
Can I get a vibe check as to whether it's like they feel, as in our presence here is going to cause them harm, rather than them just wanting to get rid of us because we're outsiders?
Yeah, you can. Is there anyone in particular, or?
Shaman?
Sure. Okay.
As in,
Go ahead,
like, whether or not, like,
insight check.
they're trying to get rid of us because, yeah.
Can I
Let's
sneak
do
into
it.
this room?
18.
Yeah. So you with her, you notice apprehension, and it comes from kind of two things. You can kind of sense that she's apprehensive of outsiders, obviously, coming. But you also know that she knows that there is a big, large danger here that is a danger to everyone if it's interrupted.
Can I sneak into this room?
Yeah. Hold on one second. It's not locked. It's just a hut, or the meeting hall.
I sneaked in.
As long as no one rolls higher than a 23 for perception.
What does Tiny
Nobody
find
in here?
inside?
Waiting
There's
for her to
nobody
go in.
here.
Yeah, so as you go in, you notice that the villagers that walked in are no longer in there. It's empty. It is a meeting hall. You see a table, stools, there's a fire, there's also some totems. So it does seem to be like a meeting hall kind of deal.
Is there anything like
other
papers or anything on the table?
other than that, yeah, I'm getting there. One moment here. There was something I was supposed to put in here and I didn't. Fine. But anyway, in the right corner, the west corner, between the totems, you do see a pile of or a bunch of planks where the ground seems to be. It's an earthen ground, like the snow is cleared because it's inside there. So you see like, well, it's ice still. It's not earthen, but you see them. They put like there's like hay and other stuff that they put over the ground. But you do see some wooden planks all the way to the west of the room. Yeah, like right about where you're standing.
I want to like move the planks out of the way because I did see people come in here.
Yeah. As you move the planks out of the way, you do see that there is a chute in the ground. It's about a 5 foot by 5 foot chute, and you do see stairs carved into the icy walls of the chute that go down in a tight spiral.
All right,
And it goes down, and it's darkness. It goes down pretty deep, so you can't tell.
I'm going to message Faerun. I'm going to point in the direction I last saw Faerun. I'm going to message to him so he hears in his ears. I saw people and they disappeared under the ground. I think we should check it out. Try to sneak away and keep them busy.
As she sends that to you guys, are you going to say anything, Faerun, before I continue with the discussion?
So all eyes are on Stevie, right?
Stevie and Captain LaRusta, yeah.
Like,
I mean, they're
should
looking
just
at all of you in
avoid
front of
fighting
them,
and
but
just-
they are talking with them.
Yeah, I'm just debating whether I should just pull a tiny and leave them without saying anything. Because I can't really have telepathy.
You
And
can
Aldrin's
speak
deaf, so I
to
can't
Aldrin,
move.
right?
I think he
With
needs
the book?
to instigate it. He needs to instigate it.
Oh, it's like ascending.
Yeah, and he has to write in it, so it's not like
But you can send a
Uh,
message. You
sneakily.
can send a message back to me. 'Cause the
Yeah.
message is a two-way.
I'll be like, I'll try and get in there. Maybe message Thanik to create a distraction.
Okay. So she's going to point to Thanik where she last saw him last and say, Thanik, I need you to create distractions. I saw people disappear under the ground.
I'd say Thanik won't say anything back, but in the midst of this sort of not hostile conversation that's happening in front of me because I'm standing behind LaRusta, I'll just look, LaRusta. We're here for a reason. We're looking for someone important. I mean, you know all of this. It doesn't seem like we're getting anywhere. What is it that's going on here?
It gets relayed to Chieftain Rook, and you see him kind of grit his teeth, and he's getting quite annoyed at this point. And he's like, if you do not leave, there's only one way to handle this. Trial by combat. Your strongest warrior versus our strongest warrior.
Fucking Aldrin. Fucking
If you
Aldrin.
You remain.
Send in the old man.
You can stay and spend the night and be treated well. If you lose, you must leave your best steel and leave.
I think we can do that, Thanik. I think we should have Aldrin fight one of them.
Matters not to me.
Do I sense that Thanik was a little hurt by that comment? Like a frozen tear trickling down his cheek.
He is looking at you to see if you guys are accepting.
And then she kind of, as an aside to Thanik, he doesn't look like much. They're going to underestimate him. They go against you, they'll go full force.
I don't care, but it
While you guys are talking, he just goes,
whoever we go, we go.
Stevie gestures to Aldrin. Aldrin, I think we found something for you to do that doesn't involve talking.
Out of the chieftain's hut, you see this man. He is just about almost as tall as Thanik.
Nice.
Bearded, huge, rippling muscles, carrying a flail and a spear. Think about like I said his name that way. Think about like if you guys ever saw Troy when the very beginning when that guy called the guy to come out fight out like a Magnon. Yeah, Achilles. Yeah, the big dude came out. And he steps out and stands next to Orca Heart is Oya Vigtan's greatest warrior. Defeat him, and you are well.
Aldrin, you think you got a chance?
You see Aldrin take out his jawbone, stick it through the others. Okay, he's a little bigger than me, 5 foot to like Thanik size. Old man on a crutch.
I mean, I'm sure I can take him if you're not up to the task.
Well, I know, little guys like you need help every now and then.
I feel like it's your responsibility as reigning arm wrestling champion.
I would be happy to take a back seat to championing this party and getting us out of trouble.
Fuck it, I'll fight him.
Tiny's gonna start heading down the stairs.
Wrong side, right there.
Okay, you are going to a new map. Okay,
Hey, so-
that I was not like prepared to split map with you guys.
Hey, Tiny, just
But
remember last time you ran away from the party and then a child died? Is that really a good idea right now?
Like you don't. I mean,
That was
you don't know what she's
Thanik.
doing. So.
Oh, no,
This
this is
time-
Gray speaking to fucking Marie.
Well, this
Oh.
time Tiny's the child that's gonna die. Because she split the party. Anyways, maybe before we begin these shenanigans, we take a potty break.
Yes.
Yeah.
Slash,
do
let's
it.
get
Intermission.
another drink break.
Yeah. Intermission, potty break, and we will
Because
return.
I am out.
And we're back. All right, so Tiny went down Tiny opened up the plank and went down the stairs. So let me at least explain to her what she sees when she opens up the plank before we go back to you guys. Let me pull it up here. All right, so yeah, as you pull back the planks, you see those stairs that I mentioned, and you do notice, Tiny, that they're well worn and used often. So you descend down this spiral staircase about 100 feet. It goes pretty down, deep as you go down. And at the bottom of the stairs, you see there's another hole, which you can see a dimly lit chamber beneath it and a sturdy ladder that goes down about 15 feet into the chamber below. I'm assuming you're going down into the chamber?
Yep.
So yeah, as you walk down, you do hear, going down the ladder, you hear loud coughing. And you ascend on the ladder into this chamber, and you do see a whale, like a oil lantern hanging that is kind of burning, giving a little bit of light. You do see some pieces of fur laying on the ground. You kind of see the figure of a man laying down on the furs.
I'm going to grab one of my balls and cast light on it. You're the one that gave me the balls to begin with.
Let's be stealthy. Lights a torch.
I mean, there's a light there already.
I only see Tiny and the two lights. Oh, there it is. Okay, because
I'm adding. Don't move, babe. I'm trying to attach the light to you. Jesus Christ, stop!
Oh.
Don't move.
Okay, I was just worried that the
no. It's because there wasn't any light
either. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. So it was dark. So yeah, you couldn't see anything.
I cast light.
Attach. Hold on.
Is it attached to me?
I'm getting there. Hold on. Woman.
How about now? Is it done? Jeez.
Okay. It's attached now.
Okay. Alright. I'm gonna go check this guy out and see what's going on with him.
Yeah. He's laying there. He's in the furs. He looks, apparently he's a villager. He looks like everyone upstairs. And he's coughing badly, and he looks very ill. And that's where we stop with you.
Okay.
And now we will go back to everyone else. Okay. There we go. Okay, boom. All right, so they made a challenge. Aldrin was talking, so is Aldrin accepting?
I accept your challenge. 5'5" old guy walks up
You
to
see
me.
Orca Heart go out to this open area here. He's kind of stretching out, checking his weapons. Faerun, you said you were going to do something?
Yes. So I'm gonna wait for the crowd to shuffle on over. Assuming they do.
Yeah, they are.
And I'm just gonna, if they do, I'm gonna just hop behind this little hut, give myself a little touch of invisibility.
Are you, when you go behind a hut, are you trying to go behind stealthily, or what are you doing?
Yeah, because like from what I can tell, I don't know. I'm assuming I would be able to see if there's windows or not, because there would just be holes, not like
It's just it's there's no windows. It's huts and yurts, so it's just skins.
Yeah.
But
So
I'm saying
I'm trying to
leave the
sneak.
group, like everyone's obviously going towards this thing. You're going. The
Yeah.
opposite direction.
I'm like doing the whole follow behind thing and just skitter off right at the end, as carefully and quietly as possible.
Yeah. So give me a
just
stealth.
to
Give me a
get
stealth roll.
out of sight.
Okay, so the villagers don't notice you. The chieftain kind of turned his head towards the orca, look kind of unhappy about what's going to happen, so he's already looking that way. However, Bone Carver, the shaman, sees you as you're walking around.
Do I notice them seeing me?
I'm assuming if you're trying to be stealthy, you're kind of looking over your shoulder to see if anyone's noticing, and you definitely see her eyes boring into you, and she kind of like steps around the corner.
Well, I'm just gonna.
She's just looking at you. She doesn't say anything. She's just looking at you.
I'm gonna cast Vortex Warp and send it to the sun. I think it's the only option.
The sun.
What's
no.
the range on that?
The range is my imagination. God damn it! No. I'm just gonna pretend I'm looking for a place to piss because they live here. I don't want to pee in there.
Are you doing the moves like you're about to, like that's what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm like looking around and like obviously reaching for my belt, doing the whole is there,
Yeah,
like, a
she
hole?
walks up and you hear her speaking common. Taps you with her staff. Outhouse not behind yurts. Go down cliff like
Oh.
everyone else does.
This cliff?
Yeah.
I didn't see any outhouses on our way up. Oh wait, the ocean. Yeah, I got it.
Go pee in the ocean.
All right, so I'm
And
gonna.
she's
gonna
not
get
watching
out
you
of
as you go around, but she's staying here to see when you return.
Fair enough. And guess what? I'll never return. I'm gonna cast invisibility. Now that I'm out of sight and
Okay.
believe I can't see or hear anyone. Let me just use the spell slot. All right, sufficiently invisible. Okay. While everyone else is gathering around, I'm gonna try and tread back in my footsteps to try and not create additional footsteps. Just to make sure, and then see that she's still just standing there.
Yeah, she's still standing there.
Yeah. So I'm gonna make my way back through my footsteps around.
Oh, shit.
Down behind the huts. What? Does she see invisibility or some bullshit?
No. Roll the nat 20 for perception. I mean, you're stepping in your footprints, but you're not like. Well, I would say do a stealth check to make sure that you're stepping in your footprints. Beat a nat 20.
Another stat. Another nat 20. Another.
You just gotta be at a 26, it looks like. You see, guys, I feel like we're just gonna have a full-blown combat breakout here, so it's not gonna be single combat.
Did Stevie notice when Faerun went back there?
I mean, you saw the shot. You were the shaman. You saw her go around. It was only 10
And
feet away
talk
from
to
you.
Faerun?
So you would have overheard that. Yeah.
Stevie is going to cast Pass Without a Trace.
30 feet around her.
So he has a plus bonus to stealth, plus 10 bonus to stealth.
Would I get advantage being invisible on my stealth check?
Well, you would have heard what's going on. You don't know. He hasn't said anything to you about what Tiny said to him. You don't know what he's doing.
But, like...
So you wouldn't know that he's casting invisibility.
Right. Damn.
I just think he's taking a leak.
Right.
You see, guys,
Something
we should
fine.
discuss our
Happen
shit
often.
before we just dive down. To it.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, Faerun,
Faerun
you should
tends to
have
hold a lot of
told
his cards
me
close to his
somehow.
chest.
Dude, Aldrin just thinks
I
he's
could have
fighting a guy.
helped you. What's your fucking plus to stealth?
It's a
A
20,
dirty
but
20.
she had a nat 20. Plus 6, 26. So as you're walking through your footsteps, you see her looking down, and she's watching, and she's looking at you, and she starts waving her staff around and bumps into you with it.
If I see her waving her staff around, I'm gonna teleport before she can.
Well,
Get
okay.
near me.
This is the consequence of you of failing the stealth check. This is me role playing how she finds you. That's what that is.
But yeah, I'm just saying, like, if she's being suspicious and coming towards the area, I would use my teleportation bonus.
Yeah,
action.
but that would be two things. That would be you trying to stealth and teleport at the same time. So you stealth, you fail the
One's a
stealth.
bonus action.
She
But
finds
one's
you.
an action and one's a bonus action.
Are we really gonna go here with this? Also, he's gonna drop invisibility to do it. She's gonna see him.
I will fight any
This
way
happens.
I can.
Hold on. If he's doing this, you understand this is a split second. You don't have time to react. You don't even know what's happening.
I meant Mickey
Yeah.
is going
Well,
to.
it wouldn't drop
fight
invisibility because
for
I'm not
the-
attacking or casting a spell.
Yeah, it doesn't get
Because
that
I'm
wrong,
using
though.
the Raven Queen blessing,
Yeah, it's
which
original.
is not a spell.
At any rate, before you do that, she does find you, and she does tap you with the staff, and she does say, "Sir, I am a shaman. I'm a druid. I see things. What are you doing?" Now you can do whatever you're gonna say you're gonna do.
Now I teleport.
To where?
Just
now
a
I
level
teleport.
of
Oh, whatever do you mean? I've been over here the whole time.
Over here. And this teleport has no verbal components. It's just a teleport.
Sure. Let me. Where's the click the ability so I see it in the chat.
Let me do it.
So many levels of tomfoolery going on. My God.
What do you mean? I'm just standing here waiting for you to die.
I already died once. What's a second time?
Yeah, that is a weird workaround because it says you lose invisibility drops if you cast a spell, and this says you magically teleport, but it's not casting a spell.
Mm.
Yep.
It's-
It is
Innate-
such a
innate-
technicality.
Innate
Yeah.
power is a motherfucker.
Yeah. Like I said, and in fact, it also says that there's no verbal components or anything like that too. It is a workaround, so I'm gonna let
I
it
fucking min-max. Look at this guy.
happen.
And then I've got to Scooby-Doo my way into the hut before it's time to react.
What was that again? What was that again?
This is Scooby-Doo, you know how they're like running on their tiptoes, making way more noise than they should be.
All right. So Faerun did his thing. Now we're going to the battle. So the battle started. Everyone's cheering. They're all around. Aldrin's ready to step up. And let's.
Let me just 1v1 this guy quick.
Oh, he
Oh,
rolled
okay,
a nat 1 on initiative.
Nat 20!
It's okay. What he's saying is he sees this little man, little scarecrow, and he's like, "Ha ha ha ha! I will let you have first swing."
Oh, you're so kind. Thank you, sir. Maybe
You'll
Aldrin
regret
being
it.
the chief. Oh yeah, he's gonna regret it. Aldrin being the chief bastard is like, oh god, my back. Let me just ice it quick. I'm gonna cast Armor of Agathis on myself. God, why is there so many?
This fucking spell again.
I fucking love this spell. have to target myself? Maybe.
It's a good one.
Just give myself a cast spell. I'm not gonna damage myself for 25.
I forgot about this. I should have mentioned this, and it's so unfair, and I didn't. Here we go. I should have mentioned this. Hold on. This is the exact text.
Yeah, you didn't say that, so it doesn't,
I know.
it doesn't count. Alden can use magic.
Well, hold on. I'm allowing a retcon to change who's fighting if you guys want to. That's what I'm saying. Because it is a pretty big part of the thing.
I'm just 100% imagine.
And the reason why it's a big part of it is because there's not supposed to be any healing being done as well.
I just imagine as we're about to begin, Aldrin raises his staff like, wait, miscommunication. I can't magic! Man, get your ass in here!
Oh, wait, hold on a minute. That's part of the rules?
You didn't say that beforehand. Well, then, okay, Vanek, you got to get in here.
I am taking my spells.
That magic.
I am taking my spell slot back.
Yeah, take it back, obviously. Yes.
I can't. No magic weapon or armor.
Yeah, something felt wrong about it, but I was like, oh, well, this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. And I'm like, wait, what? There was something. Why am I letting this happen? And then I'm like, oh, shit, yeah. I forgot.
Oh, that's because I goofed.
Yeah, fuck that shit. I ain't doing this shit.
I'm sorry, that goofed just got me.
What I'm here for.
So Aldrin says, fuck this, I can't use magic. Thanik, what do you say?
Well, all right. I was very interested to watch you get pummeled to a crisp, but I suppose I'll take the mantle again and draw my sword. And
Now, as far as if you notice about the weapons,
fun a different way.
It says if the characters possess a magic weapon or magic armor with no obvious effects, the villagers are unlikely to notice. So you may want to think about the necrotic damage on Hazaron.
Well, I can't stop the necrotic damage, so I'll just wield a great axe. Which I will need to equip. Well, I guess that's mainly for you.
But like I said, that's why it says obvious. Like magic armor just gives you bonus AC. That's not obvious.
Yeah.
You don't see that.
So, but I guess that's mainly a question for you. Is the necrotic damage? Does it take some sort of visual, or does it?
Yeah. You see these black tendrils and shit going up people's skin when they get necrotic damage.
Okay. Simple enough.
Can't you just argue it's like a poison coating? You know.
No.
Necrotic has always been a lot more. It's always had a lot more ick to it. To be fair.
Yeah. It's dead flesh, bro. It doesn't look good.
That's what poisons do.
No, poisons infect your insides. They make you sick.
I mean,
Are your
flesh.
Are your insides not?
Also,
flesh?
even poison. If the dude starts vomiting halfway through, they're gonna be a little like, wait a minute, what's going on here?
I punched you so hard you puked. How convenient.
All right, so Thanik is gonna step up.
I suppose. I'm not comfortable being put into this position, but fine.
Tiny
right.
did
You're fine. You don't have to actually kill him.
Tiny did ask you to destroy the make a distraction.
So, by the way, the people who know that you're down there is fighting, and one didn't tell the other. So me and Steve are just hanging out, having a great time.
This is just the way we have to do it to get to stay here and get the information we want.
I'll move you so you're enraged. So you don't have to worry about using movement.
Oh,
Unless you wanted to do some kind of rush attack or something, you can,
I don't get to go first, so if I'm right next to him, then it just lets him do whatever he wants to do.
So he kind of looks at you and he's looking at you like eye to eye, basically. Maybe he's about an inch shorter, but he's like right there. He's like, now this is more my style.
I'm sorry, the other way would have been a lot more fun. Or funny.
So he pulls out his flail. And he attacks. Misses with his first swing.
+9.
Oh yeah, you're not supposed to see that. God damn it! Private roll.
I see all. I am God.
Misses with a second thing. This is what happens when I show you guys a roll, then I forget to turn it back. All right, so he misses both of his swings.
Thanks for dodging.
And what's that one? Okay. And as he misses both of them, he casts Fighting Spirit.
He casts.
Whatever, I use the word cast, whatever. Where is it? Why is it not working? Oh yeah, it does. It's just advantage. It doesn't do anything. Yeah. So yeah, he does Fighting Spirit, and that is the end of his turn.
Well, I suppose I'll start my turn with Fighting Spirit rather than end it. And go ahead and pop one of these suckers and see how it fares for me. So as he misses twice, more your style. I feel like I have a better understanding of your style now. So there's my 5 temporary.
When did Danik learn how to cast Vicious Mockery?
So we'll do Great Axe number 1 at advantage.
Stone's Endurance.
Say again.
He does Stone's Endurance.
So this is a double.
That's okay.
Right?
So that'll take away whatever this damage comes out to.
It's static versus static. That's all this is now. I know.
Basically.
Goliath fighter.
That was a full 12.
Don't forget Great Weapon Master if you want to murder him.
He's got slightly.
Action surge. Action surge.
I'm gonna.
Okay, so
I'm gonna
Stone's
hold off on
Endurance
Great Weapon
was
Master for now.
11.
So only 6 damage.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold off on Great Weapon Master for now. He's got pretty good AC. It's a 23 to hit for the second. Nowhere near as good. Rolled a 12 and then a 1.
So he gets back 11.
So yeah, so it should be 6 and then 6 again for my second attack.
Yeah, that one automatically took it off.
Stone Endurance is only 1 attack.
Literally what I was looking up. Stone's Endurance is only one time.
Yeah, it is. It's a
it is.
1 pop. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm gonna. Jesus. I'll end my turn right there with a couple of hits on them and rock and roll from there.
Okay. And the Fighting Spirit, I haven't played Fighter, so I didn't realize that it's at the end of the current turn, so I'm just doing it now. Which is weird. It doesn't roll for me, but let me just take off a usage.
Oh, the other important part about Fighting Spirit, it gives you 5 temporary hit points. So that 12 damage is actually only 7.
Thank you. Well, again, I'm not even counting it, using it the last round, because it's the end of your current turn. Because I didn't realize.
So the advantage is end of your current turn, but it immediately gives you 5 temporary hit points.
Okay.
So if you burned the usage, then it would have mattered.
Gotcha. Well, I'm gonna put it on now. It's okay. So that'll be fine. All right. So now he pulls out his flail. He's like, "You fight well," and he rolled like shit.
That is kind of my thing.
Misses again. Let's roll again. Oh my god. With advantage, I'm rolling like 7s and 8s.
I mean, Danik's AC is also pretty damn high. So
Yeah, but still. You don't think I did not anticipate this when he has enough plus to hit Danik. It's just he's rolling like shit. All right, that is the end of his turn.
When we took our year off, Bryce, I picked up the animated shield. So at all times, and it's not been role played at this particular point, but there is this shield that's just floating around.
You got to
Yeah.
activate it, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Well, I always have it. Not whenever we're out of game, but
Yeah.
I always have it activated just to be safe. Righto. So we're gonna, after a couple of misses, see there is detriment to being stuck on an island, never able to hone your craft or practice your style. Let me show you what Faerun allows you to gain. I'll use a second use of the fighting spirit. It's a 19, so it's not. 15 points of damage. And we'll do it again. 26. 7 points of damage.
Boom, boom.
And seeing that he's badly injured, I will go ahead and use my action surge. $25 for 13 points of damage. And then this last one, I'm gonna miss because I chose to do it, but I will use Great Weapon Master. I didn't. Oh, that's gonna hurt, I think. That's gonna hurt a lot, I think. All right, cool. So that's my whole thing. That's my whole the whole shebang. Just again,
the cheers are
hit after hit.
You see the villagers are like in shock, especially knowing how powerful Orca Heart is as far as their villagers is what's happening. They're enjoying the fight though, but they're just amazed at how, not that he's getting hurt, but that he hasn't even landed.
It's all about the show, the performance.
Yes. So he does another fighting spirit.
Which, don't forget the 10 hit points.
Yeah. He will flail again. Hopefully roll better this time. There we go. Finally.
I will Stone's Endurance.
Of course you are. First time he hits you.
He got me with it. That's only 5 points of damage off.
Okay.
So how much damage?
And I think I can do -5. I just thought about that. I can actually put that in there so you don't have to worry about adding it back in.
Yeah. So the only thing I need to do real quick before you do your thing, let me pop my 5 temporary hit points back on there.
Okay.
Did you only do 3 points of damage?
Yes. I already put the -5. Well, I put the -5 in there. Yeah. All right, and he will swing again.
Oh, I'll see.
'Tis but a scratch.
Quite literally a scratch to back.
So are we gonna wait for the whole fight to be done before you go back to
It's not gonna last that much longer.
Yeah, you can't see, but he's like deep orange, badly injured.
You see,
Yeah.
Tiny, we're waiting for that because we know when you get down there, you're gonna get jumped by 5 people and get die instantly. So we're trying to prolong this.
All right, so action surge, because he doesn't have much time left, so he's gonna go ahead and again. Hits a succession of hits. Pam, pam, pam. First one gets hit by Stone Endurance. He's fighting for his life here. He needs to take down this Goliath. And he misses his last one as he's kind of winded at this point. Suffering blood loss. That's the end of his turn.
Alright. Just in case we get into some shit, I'm going to not use Fighting Spirit this time, and then just straight roll attack this fucker. Do it again. So as he hits me a couple of times, see, you're learning. And then as I do a couple of my flourishes, well done indeed.
I like how Thanik, he's like a cinnamon roll and so nice. He's so condescending. All right.
Yes, well, he's an asshole.
So he will use his last fighting spirit. It hits.
Oh, he
And
got
swings
Thanik to
again.
injured.
He's not a schlub. I mean, nat 20! So can I use Great Weapon Master after I roll the nat 20?
Nope, gotta call it before.
You have to
Damn it.
decide before.
It doesn't double the plus 10, but
God, crit. All I get is a 9 on that. That sucks. But he will use his bonus action for Second Wind. And apparently I did not build him right because it's not working when I roll it. But whatever.
And the little stuff like that, even the temporary hit points for fighting spirit, it never applies, right? So that's
Yeah, well, it's not. It doesn't even. Yeah, when I click it,
wrong.
Yeah, I did. When I click it, it just says attribute. The second one consumes no longer exists. I don't have. The
isn't
attribute
second
in
win
there.
just a D10 plus your fighter level?
Yeah.
So for him, it's a D10 plus 1.
All right. Oh, a whole 3.
Better not waste it.
Wait, what did he have before? 5. Okay. That's the end of his turn.
all right. So I will, after that flourish and the big hit, I will use fighting spirit. And we will rock and roll from there. Pop my 10 hit points back on, which I better do before I forget. Because I will forget. And then we'll roll these. Try and end game this motherfucker. So I am going to I will Great Weapon Master this as much as I feel like this is probably.
What? Turn him to dust? You don't have disintegrate.
See? Great Weapon Master again. Come on, you motherfucker. Alright, that.
It hits.
And then normal for 9 points of damage.
He's down.
Integrated.
Just
And
fucking.
And then Thanik says, I am inevitable.
as he falls to the ground, everyone starts cheering as they see what happens. Bone Carver.
Thanos. Stevie goes up and cure wounds his.
Before you
fucker.
even get there, he falls over, and as soon as he falls to the ground, I take a knee and I take the one potion of healing that I do have, and I sort of adjust his mouth and pour it in there to give him the little.
Oh yeah, Bone Carver was actually already kneeling over him, casting a small cure spell on him.
Oh sure.
So it brings him back, but he's still a blood splat. But anyway, so he is brought back, and everyone's cheering. Thanos, you have easily defeated Orca Heart. But we will switch over to
Thanos, same
other
thing.
people. Thanos, yeah. We'll go with Faerun first going down, or if he's going to go down. So he's down there, so him and Tiny will be together when we switch over. So you see the same thing. You see that opening and the stairs spiral descending 100 feet down to an opening with the ladder.
We're going straight down as soon as I saw it, because
Okay.
Tiny mentioned that there was a thing, a hole or something.
All right, let's put you on here. And then we will activate scene. Okay, so yeah, you come down and you see Tiny. She has just walked over by this Ice Hunter villager. who's laying on these furs, coughing as you come down there.
Well, I'm invisible, but I will whisper. Tiny, I'm invisible, but I'm here. I think I got caught, so whatever we gotta do, we gotta do it.
Go check. I'm gonna talk to this guy and see what's going on. See if there's anything going on over there. Can he see in the dark?
I can, yeah.
Yeah, he is. He has dark vision.
Elves have dark vision?
But it doesn't matter. You have your light on, Tiny, so you're illuminating the entire
I'm
area.
staying here by this guy. And
Yep, you're illuminating the entire area. It's so wide. It's 20 feet. It's illuminating the
I
whole.
told him, go look further
Isn't-
down.
Oh,
Isn't Faerun like a Shadow Arkai?
Not that you know of.
Slightly differently looking elf.
He's just a regular old elf.
He's a bitch is what he is.
so yeah, you cast Cure Wounds on him. You see him get a little bit of energy, but he's not better. He's still sick. And your comprehend language stays on for quite a while, Faerun, doesn't it?
No, it's only like an hour, I believe. So that would.
Oh,
like,
okay. It's off.
I would have cast it on the boat before we arrived, but
Okay.
I don't know.
So
how
yeah,
long
he
it's
starts
been since
speaking
we arrived.
in his native language. Neither of you understand what he's saying, but he's still coughing profusely. Looks pretty sickly.
I do see something though. I believe it's a friend, but there is a red outline about the token.
Oh
which
yeah.
Usually indicates
Um,
not friend.
Yeah, I mean, ahead of you with your dark vision, you kind of see what looks like a toad-shaped a humanoid. He's just kind of walking up the hallway. He's not carrying any weapons or anything. Doesn't seem like he's just kind of walking.
Okay,
through
his
the,
picture
caverns.
is, so I was, cautious. Well, if he's just does it look like he's patrolling, like just going back and forth?
It looks like he's walking. But as soon as you step out, he sees you.
I'm invisible.
You see him
How
run.
can he see me?
Oh yeah, you're invisible. That's right. Yeah, he's just walking.
Which direction? From to where?
This way.
Well, I'll wait for him to take a few more steps before I go in there. I don't want to be close to him. No more of them.
Yep. You see him walk into this other chamber. And in here, well, you can't see too much. It is kind of misty in here with all the cold. You did notice the temperature significantly dropped when we were down here. I didn't describe the area since you're walking out, but the as far as this entire caverns, you do notice that it's where's my other nope, here. Wow, here we go. Yeah, so it's much colder than above. You notice that the caves are since the caves are carved from the giant iceberg itself, the walls, the ceilings, and the floors are made entirely of ice. But the construction is not crude construction. The walls are smoothly hewn and intricately carved with draconic images, shaped into pillars, cornices, filigrees, and other decorative flourishes. While the walls have an opaque sheen to them, the floors are worn to a glass smooth surface, almost likely from decades of traffic. As you're stepping out, you're realizing it's getting kind of slippery for you to walk if you're going to go any further from where you're at. Yeah, so you would think you can you don't even need to do a perception check. You can kind of see certain areas like some of the toes and anyone else in here. They kind of have kind of clawed feet that are holding on, but you can kind of feel that you would need some kind of like spikes or cramp-on shoes to walk through here without slipping and falling.
I'm assuming the ship people didn't give us those with the warm clothes.
Not cramp-ons, no. They gave you snowshoes.
How dare they?
But yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna latch onto the wall over here.
Hold on. Can I see that it's really slippery?
Yeah, where you're at it is, but again, you're still in this room, so you haven't gone too far yet. But you did notice, because you only did 5 feet and then noticed the furs, so you didn't go too far yet. But if you're walking away towards the opening, you do notice that the floor is quite smooth and slippery.
Would ice consider a liquid surface?
It's a solid surface. And remember, this is an iceberg, so it's solid ice.
Not for long.
Because I have walk on water, which allows you to walk on.
Yeah, no. That's to walk on a liquid surface, because you can't walk on water normally. That's why you have to cast
But
that.
it counts for snow, quicksand, lava, mud, acid,
Right.
water.
Those are surfaces that aren't solid. Those are surfaces that give when you walk on, like snow. Yeah, so if you have walk on water with snow, you're walking on top of the snow. Your feet ain't sinking into the snow.
Man, it's wild because you have a fly speed too. Like you're gonna worry about it.
Yeah, you can literally hover like a foot off the ground. What are you talking about, babe?
No, I'm not.
I
not
think
for
it's
me.
more for me.
Correct.
Yeah.
I can do 10 creatures that I can make walk
Yeah.
on water.
But my question is, you were talking to the guy. Did you just stop talking to him and start following Faerun?
I kind of moved over to see where he was going. 'Cause I
It's
was worried.
classic tourist tiny. Like,
Yeah,
I
but
don't
you
understand,
wouldn't-
just leave him.
You wouldn't see. He's invisible, so you wouldn't see where he's going.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because he alerted me that he was there.
Right. You know he's there, but you don't know that he's walking around the corridors. Because you can't see him, so you don't know where he is or where he went.
Okay. I forgot he's invisible right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna essentially hug the wall to stabilize myself and just do little,
Okay.
little slide shuffles. I just want to get a better idea. Yeah, pretty much like when you're on a slippery surface with socks and you're just like,
Yeah. I got you. I got you.
do any of these toad frog people, are they speaking? Are they doing anything?
Yeah, they're kind of talking, but they're talking in their own language. So it wouldn't be one
Is it
that you
drum?
understand. Let me see.
And you said there was draconic imagery carved into the walls and shit.
Yes.
Any words that I can read?
There probably are, but none that I have prepared that would be of an importance. It's mostly like the ceremonial stuff. You know, it's not like any clues. Let's put it that way.
Okay, there's no like go here to win.
No,
All right.
no.
All right,
nothing
I'll
like
do
that.
this the old-fashioned way with my body.
Yeah.
I kind of
But
wonder what the frogs are doing, but they're like,
yeah, you'd have to get
Plugging
closer
up
to
the
see because
hallway.
there's quite a bit of mist there. So, I mean, it's not really a hallway. It's kind of just a narrow chamber. But if you get
Yeah.
like a little bit closer, you'll be able to see because it is kind of misty, in there. Oh, you're going
I'm
that
trying
way?
to get up there. No, I'm trying to get up that way with like the least. Basically,
yeah.
trying
Yeah.
to prevent myself from just sliding off into oblivion.
There would be like dex checks here, but because you're holding the wall, I'm not gonna bog it down with those checks right now. So yeah, as you get a little
Alright.
closer, you do look in there and you see a bizarre sight kind of greets you in this chamber. There's about a bunch of these toads with thick mottled white hides. They're at work, and they seem to be scribing, sitting standing around with scribes. Some are seated, some are standing around holding it, and they're scribing. And actually, they're doing some writing onto the walls or onto weathered parchment and stone tablets. A few of the toads transfer parchments and tablets into and out of the floor-to-ceiling cubby holes. There's a bunch of cubby holes in the wall. And are cut into the ice along the entire wall there. And yeah, they're all working in there. You see, and yeah, see some of them are using sharpened antlers or their own claws as they're scribing as well. If you look closely, you might see that some of them seem to be making rough maps of the sea of moving ice.
Their outfit, does it match what the people above were wearing at all?
No. I mean, they have their own kind of clothing. But it does look like kind of it's using similar material.
Okay, I was just, maybe they're all frogs in disguise, as in the people above. All right, I'm gonna go a different direction because I don't want to bump into them.
Okay. This room here is, as you get near the entrance, heavily obscured with a fog. It seems to be drifting mist that shrouds everything in there.
Does it seem natural or magical in terms of?
Yeah,
origin?
no, it seems natural. It's the cold air and everything that's down here that develops kind of a.
Yeah, I just don't want to walk up, and bump into a dragon because I think that'd be fun.
But as you're close enough, you do hear like a sound of running water.
Guess that makes sense. I'm gonna touch the mist. Just make sure it's not a cloud kill or something.
Yeah. You put your hand out and it just swirls around like your average mist.
All right, it just looks like a cave.
Tiny, what are you doing?
I'm trying to communicate with him to see what's going on, if he's in danger, if he needs help.
Yeah, he's speaking back to you in his language. So it's hard for you to understand anything that he's saying. And like I said, all you can just tell is he's very weak, and sickly. But you're not being able to comprehend anything he's saying. Oh, I didn't even realize
You
how
could
far
try
you
message. Because do you need to share a language for message, or am I thinking of the wrong thing?
I think you need to share a language, but let me read the spell. Point your finger towards a creature within range and whisper a message. The target hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear. You can cast the spell through solid objects. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I have a feeling all it's doing is allowing you to communicate this way, but if it doesn't understand the language, I doubt it's still not gonna understand it.
I'm thinking of actual telepathy.
Yeah. But for you, Faerun, you did go in a little bit further than I saw at first. So you do kind of see some ice pillars in the back, and pressure ridges from razor sharp crags that loom out of the rolling fog. And you can see that there's streams of crackling water that, even at sub-zero temperatures, course thickly through the hollows beneath kind of icy snow that's back there. But you also feel a coldness, and you see a figure looming in the mist as you see an ice troll standing before you.
Friend. I'm just gonna. I mean, what's he doing? Just hanging out?
He's just standing there.
Does it look like he's guarding, or is he just like lounging?
Well, give me a perception check.
Oh my god, there it is. Too much.
You just see this giant ice troll standing there, and he looks pretty imposing.
All right, so obviously I'm gonna take him out later.
Later. All right, let's go back above with everybody else as we're getting close.
Yeah, how are you gonna explain your missing friend?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so battle's over. They heal Urquhart. He does stand up and he clasps Thanik. Good show, good show. And they start.
You really should make it towards Faerun. At least even just practice. You had a couple of great moves there, but I think you could make something of yourself.
Perhaps I like my simple life here.
Yeah, to each their own. I can
Chieftain
appreciate
Rook
that.
comes over, kind of slaps you on the back. Very good, very good. Okay, you have earned some trust with us. Again, the rooster's obviously translating. You've earned some trust with us, so you are free to stay, eat, break bread with us. Enjoy your time. And he kind of points to the meeting hall if everyone wants to go in and sit down, and they'll bring some food out and everything. You see Bone Carver kind of watching, but she solemnly goes into the meeting hall.
Yeah, let's go into the meeting hall.
Food? Okay.
I'm on the table apparently.
That's fine. The room's not that big, so go wherever you want to go. I don't care.
Right. No, I mean, I wouldn't have, like, I just kind of got myself
Yeah.
in the room. I wouldn't have actually gone. Yeah.
Bone Carver's kind of standing off to the side as everyone's going in.
Has Faerun or Tiny let anyone know where they are?
Nope.
These two are assholes. Let's just say that much.
Yep.
You're the one with the sending spell, mate.
Fucking message Aldrin!
But I will say at this point, you all are realizing Faerun and Tiny are nowhere to be found. Stevie did see him walk around the corner, so you don't know where he went.
Right. And it looked like he was kind of going towards the ship.
Right.
So she's just going to assume that he kind of went back that direction and maybe following after Tiny.
Aldrin never gave a shit, so his shits are still not given.
Shits are still
No
given.
fucks given.
But everyone in the room there, give me a perception check.
Dope.
Give a what?
Perception.
Okay. Roll real good. Natural 520, dude.
Dirty
Oh
20.
shit.
So yeah, so as you're all coming in there and sitting down, Captain Lewis comes with you. Chieftain Rook is just talking boisterous fashion. Wanted to ask questions about you guys and this and that. You notice Bone Carver off to the side, by where those planks were, and she's kind of looking at him. And there was like a pile of rags and stuff on top of him. She's kind of moving him with her foot. She's looking down at that area, and she's not doing it like conspicuously, but she's just kind of looking.
Thing that I forgot from like way back at the beginning ish. My armor gives me advantage on saving throws against frightful presence.
Oh well,
You
it only lasts a minute anyway.
Dumbass. Yeah, no, I need to remember that in the future.
Especially if you're facing a dragon. Yes.
Peace.
So if we're right by... Aldrin is sitting in the chair right by her as she's like doing that. What you looking at?
Good.
We may have more to talk about. Just not quite yet. Where are
Holy
your
shit,
friends?
you speak common. I'm gonna be honest, I have no fucking idea. Back on the boat? And that's not a lie either, motherfucker.
All I'm going to say is this is not a place you want to wander off too far on your own.
I'm sure they're at the boat.
At least we will be more than happy to
Your friend
stay close.
was casting invisibility in front of me, and then I lost track of him. That doesn't sound like someone going back to the boat.
Well, what
Aldrin?
I can tell you is that Faerun is not the most nefarious individual that we've traveled with. So,
Maybe
Regardless of
mischievous
what
at
is-
worst.
regardless of his intention, I wouldn't be surprised if he was studying the ice content and wanting to do so uninterrupted.
You see some servants come in. They're bringing platters of food. You do notice that the food is like slightly spoiled raw fish, a little lutefisk-y, if you will.
Dude, it's Lutefisk, that shit's dope.
I knew Bryce would recognize that the moment I said it.
These are my fucking people, guys.
Midwesterner.
More of a sweet
yeah, it has very very sharp tang to the fish as they bring it out.
Oh well, I have some of this polar bear meat. You think maybe we could cook some of this up?
Perhaps you can give it to
I'm
one of
not really a fish
our
person.
servants.
Do you mind?
try.
There's a fire. There's a fire
It
right
takes
here.
quite a bit to cook, but yes, one of the servants does grab it from you, and he speaks to him in his language, and they throw it on the grill, on the fire.
Cool.
A spit,
Ald-
if you will.
Aldrin, not even needing to eat, picks up this like gelatinous shit. Like it just jiggles.
Gelatinous.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll show it. And you see Alden just fucking toss it back, but it goes through. he doesn't have a fucking dietary system. So also you just hear a splat on the bottom. Ah, shit, I missed.
So as you're speaking, Bone Carver is just looking at you all intently. And she looks over at Stevie, and she's like, you mentioned a tiefling and an interest in dragons. Tell me more.
Not really sure much more information than that. We were told she was last seen in this area by the Harpers out in were we in Baldur's Gate or Waterdeep? Waterdeep. We were told this information by the Harpers in Waterdeep. We're just trying to find some more information about the Draghorn.
And I put a message in there too. That was because they did mention the name of the dragon that was here. That was the name, in case you guys forgot.
Wait, so the dragon that the Harpers told us about.
Yeah.
And I mean, they did tell us about a white dragon up around here by the name of Arothator.
You see her face become very grave, and Chieftain Rook kind of looks at her as well, a recognizing look on her face. And she kind of sighs. And she stands up, and she just walk over where she was looking. She pushes her rags aside, and with her feet lifts up the plank. You guys can kind of see the hole. It's like, I presume this is where your friends ran off to. I was trying to protect them from going down there for, like as I said, Oya Vagaton is not the safest of places to be. We did see your horned lady, and she disappeared like many others. For Aranthator rules this area, and we are under his claw.
Well, maybe we can help you with that little problem. We've done so before. Is this an adult dragon versus a young dragon? Bryce, I see you shaking your head.
So no, this is Aldrin shaking his head. No.
Gotcha.
Bryce doesn't actually fucking know.
Thanak will stand up at that comment and just say, well, while I appreciate the change in hospitality, if you're afraid that our friends are down there, then I think it behooves both of us for us to go looking for them.
The best course of action is for you all to leave now. However, if you wish to descend, far below lies Aranthator's lair, and his minions prowl the caves. We are forced to give them food and clothing and supplies to serve Aranthator. So we must go down there and give our tithe quite often. We know your horned lady, when she was taken, was brought down there. Where she is, I am unsure. The caves are kind of expansive. There's different areas.
Taken?
And there's
She was
openings.
taken or went down there of her own free will?
From what I saw at first, taken, but she didn't seem to be fighting either.
Dragons have many abilities, among which can be some charms. I think we better go down there. It's a good bet that Tiny and Faerun made their way down there, especially if Faerun was casting invisibility.
My concern is if you go down there and challenge Aranthador, if you fail, we will all pay for it.
Well, two things that we're fairly well known for on the mainland is that first, we typically don't choose the best course of action or path, and second,
And also fucking
we rarely
dragons.
fail.
Sorry.
Who the
I didn't-
fuck said that?
No one, literally no one.
But as I stated, there's an entryway here in the meeting hall. There's also one in my hut that leads you to the cavern system itself, where his minions roam. There are some entrances that lead to the lower level of the caverns where Dragon's Lair is. The dragon enters the caves by way of underwater tunnels that connect his lair chamber underneath the iceberg.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Well, before we do that, guys, we gotta discuss some fucking rates right now. Because I'm here to, be like as a supervisor, like a fucking dragon?
Well, a dragon-
You can discuss your rates with the Zentarum. That is who you get paid by, correct?
Dragons have layers. There's gonna be golden treasure down there. We'll take it from that.
Okay, here's the deal. I get as much gold as can fit in that bag of holding.
No, but I have other things in the bag of holding.
You can keep your other shit. I just want the gold that I put in there.
All right, so we'll use the bag of holding to measure the amount of gold, and then you can have that.
Exactly. Stick
All right.
his hand out to shake.
Yeah, that's fine. There's gonna be plenty.
You break my promise, I'll kill you. And then he goes down the hole.
I have never broken a promise yet.
You see Aldrin's head poke up on the stick. You better not! As he's already down the hole.
I take back
Carver,
the hug.
Bone Carver has a very distraught look on her face. She's like, and she looks at Rook, and she's like, "This is what we're leaving our fate with."
We don't seem like much, but we've already defeated one dragon, one white dragon, for that matter. And I've personally, known many others.
With
So-
the big quotations around no. Also, I am not bragging when I say we have already defeated your best warrior. We're perhaps more than
Orcahard is formidable. He's no dragon.
Well, another dragon tooth under our belt.
She converses with Rook in their own language. The chieftain is desperate and he will allow it. I have my worries, obviously, for I do not want our people to suffer if you fail. But if you want to take this upon yourselves, know that we can offer you no assistance other than allowing you passage.
Well then, see you soon.
And with that, I think that's a good place to end.
Hey, let's
Hey,
go
we
down in the caverns. Stevie's made fucking dragon jokes. We're good. We're set.
Aldrin wants money because he doesn't give a shit.
None of the rest of
What
us.
would he
And
even?
Tiny and
stand on?
Faerun managed to not get themselves killed.
Somehow. Somehow.
Hey guys,
I'm
don't
super,
split
super
the fucking
cautious.
party, you two.
It's more fun that way. Plus, we weren't in any danger. It's not like there's a dragon lair down there or anything.
Yeah, not at all. Not fucking at all.
Tiny
So far, there's no evidence of it.
Tiny
We'll
picked
start
somebody
next
that
session
she
with
thought
you
could
get
be
a-
sneaky.
We'll start next
By the
time
way-
when you get a fucking message.
Can we explain the mentality here right now? You guys just had this whole discussion with them, understand that they're under thrall of this dragon and want to get out from under its thumb, but they're scared. Meanwhile, Faerun and Tiny are down there thinking, these motherfuckers are in league with the dragon.
Okay, next session's gonna start with Aldrin sending a very
Well-
detailed message to fucking Faerun. There's a fucking dragon, you dipshit!
That's what I'm trying to do. Find where it is.
Tiny.
Of course, because you totally knew there was going to be a dragon down here.
Trying to find it before Stevie fucks it. You know.
Okay, but like the metallic dragons are the ones that are good for fucking, not the chromatic ones. Thanks.
I mean, I'm sure all the chromatic ones hold.
She does. She's not a fan of that frosty dick. It's just not. It's not.
Well, but like, there's one of the is it silver dragons that are also cold.
Stevie has a bad.
Silver, I think has light. I think they have lightning. No, that's copper and
electrical play.
So the reason Stevie doesn't like white dragons, one, give her the cold shoulder. It's weird.
Oh, the dad joke of the night. There we go.
You know what else is a dad joke? Hey guys, if you use code CO6 with W, you can get 10% off. W gets the
Yeah, it's silver. I was 100% correct. Silver dragon.
Can we mention something?
No.
Christopher Silva does say, going dragon hunting. Better have a full deck of spell slots. They did offer you to spend a night, but you guys are going spelunking, so...
I only used one spell slot.
I have used my at-will...
Danik used a couple abilities.
Yeah, my at-will. We should take a short rest at some point.
See, Thanic's fucked regardless. I'm fucking great, guys. Aldrin's firing on all 4 cylinders.
Yeah.
I'm out of my fighting spirits, but even a short rest gives me everything else back.
I thought you had one left.
No, it shows that I have one left, but that's because in the haste of doing everything, I forgot to click the button once. So I did use all 3.
Is it a proficiency bonus times?
No, it's 3 throughout, all the way to level 20.
Oh, interesting. Not proficiency bonus. That's weird.
Well, we're fucked. I'll kill it.
Yeah, and action surge. Use like Christopher said, you did use action surge.
Yeah, but everything else other than fighting spirit comes off of a short rest.
Short rest. Yeah.
But also there's flanking, so the only thing that I'm missing out is.
Does anyone have haste?
I do. But I want to save my concentration for charisma checks. You know,
also
ability.
Yeah, fair. I'm fairly certain.
Let's be fair. Faerun is not a support wizard. You know that. He is all about the damage. He's damage dealing.
I feel like you're trolling because I literally do no damage.
I am fairly certain that when I resummoned my Drake, I resummoned it with cold essence.
Yeah, that's been a thing though.
Yeah, well,
so technically,
you did that because when you were fighting one thing, it was resistant.
That's done, and then you respawned it with cold. So
yes.
It is cold now.
It is currently cold.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, so like when we first came up here, I went cold, and then when like at one point I switched it to fire because I was like, I'm sure cold creatures don't have resistance to fire. That would be stupid.
First creature.
Yeah. Go back to your Pokemon types. Fire beats grass.
Gotta keep you guys on your toes.
It also beats ice though. Fire beats ice.
Right. Not water, ice. Ice is different than water.
I mean she has a point. Typically, you think cold creatures have don't have a resistance to fire. They have they might even be
sensitive to fire.
Sensitive to fire.
But once that happened, and also once that happened, and also the Slod infected it with its fucking chaos disease or whatever, I unsummoned and resummoned as cold.
Right.
Cool.
I cannot hear the word phage and not think of Mass Effect.
You're such a phaget.
Like the genophage.
Yeah,
right.
Of course.
Well, I need to pee and go to bed. Night, guys.
Okay, bye.
Well, yes, good night, baby. But yeah, so that was fun. So we'll end the stream here. Thank you guys again. We'll be back Tuesday for Souls of Magic's done. And
thank you for sticking around for our questionable actions.
Questionable actions. Always questionable actions, you guys.
Ours were fucking great.
Until next time.
I still maintain Aldrin fighting a big dude would have been funny as fuck.
It would have, but it was set up this way. I had to. you know, it's kind of unfair fighting a pure fighter who has no magical abilities or resistances, but just magic. I mean, that's, you know. It's...
No, it makes sense. I was like, oh, they don't care about magic? They don't know about it? That's cool.
Yeah.
I was gonna
but again, until next
fuck.
time, still say we all. All right, 3 more.